It's a blockbuster weekend of footy on Triple M.
Finals football. This crowd is ready to go berserk.
Footy finals on the radio.
Tonight at Amy Park, before the AFL Grand Final, the Storm collide with the Sharks in a do-or-die prelim final.
The footy's on the radio.
Don't miss a minute. A Grand Final spot looms.
Oh, the entertainers are back. The Sharks, Melbourne Storm will win.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks finals footy.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Amy Park in Melbourne for this prelim game. The Melbourne Storm taking on the Cronulla Sharks. Kickoff is now 49 minutes away. We welcome in listeners through Triple M Melbourne. We welcome you guys and girls on board, and we hope you enjoy the game tonight. We know, of course, the big one is for you guys tomorrow when the Cats play the Lions in the AFL Grand Final. But for tonight, you got some NRL. And by geez, I tell you what, over the years, Mel, very successful rugby league team, and they're going for another Grand Final appearance tonight, in which, before I move on, Sean Blore will start for Melbourne. That puts Lasati back to the bench. But Wado, Woodsy, I want to talk now about you blokes. You've both played in these big games. Where's your head at now, Wado? You're looking at the clock, 49 minutes to go. You've done all the prep. Are you nervous? Maybe you're bloody over it. Maybe you just want to get out there and play.
Nah, there's a little bit of relief because you know it's not far away. It's a long day. Sharks, Melbourne, their preparation for today's game, it's basically finally over. And the whole week you're looking towards that kickoff, trying to get all your ducks in a row to give you the best opportunity to play well. And now you know it's almost finally time. They're in the sheds. The coach has probably had his word to the group. He's talking to individuals. They're all fully strapped. They be going around in their combinations, the left edge, the right edge, the middle, telling each other what their expectations are, little reminders, and just trying to build confidence within each other. And mate, they be counting down the minutes until the warm-up. That's probably, 25 minutes until the teams come out onto the deck to warm up, but it's almost go time. There'll be a couple of boys carrying on a little bit, yee-haw, and getting ready to go, trying to pump up. The music would almost be getting switched off. They know it's almost go time, Maroon.
This for me was always the bit I hated, Wado. Like, you just knew you were so close to warm up, but you're still not just there yet. You got 20, 25 minutes. You get all your strapping done. You know, you put your boots on. Like you said, Wado, you look at the blokes next to you, looking around the group. You grab, like, for me, I'd grab the middle forwards. I'd grab the front row I'm playing with, the back rowers, your hooker. Just reminding players of what our job is, what we've come down here to do. You speak to your wingers, just little reminders, like, come on, get that ball early, take it on the full. But like you said, Wado, it is a massive relief. It's been a big week. This is something that's been on the back of your mind all year. You want to get to a prelim. You want to give yourself the best opportunity to get to that grand final next Sunday. And this is where it starts. And for me, it is a long day because it's a 7:50 kickoff. And it's one of those ones where less is better for me, because if you're not thinking about the game, it's not overdoing it in your mind. And yeah, you're 20 minutes away. You know what your job is now. You have a little, probably last check of your notes of your prep, what you've done all week, just a couple of friendly reminders, things that you're going to say to your teammates. And then the best is when the backs used to run out, because the backs would go out, they'd do their kick catch, and that was probably the first time you just get your middle forwards in there, whether it's your defensive coach. You know, when I was at Manly, it was Jim Dimmy could come in and would have a little rev up, get the boys going, and we wanted to make a statement on this warm-up. So, for me, it's just exciting, and I can't wait to see the boys when they run out tonight.
Do you think Adam will target Jerome Hughes in the line just to see if that arm's okay?
Well, it's a tactic that Brisbane used to great success, having Payne Haas run a little bit wider off the ruck. We saw last week there was actually a combination play where maybe Teague Wilton, he ran that unders line, and Adam was on the back of that block shape. He almost went over and scored. Yeah. So I'd imagine they would run that out. But listen, Jerome will be tested, but it won't be their whole plan. They'll go out there and they'll do what's gotten them this far consistently throughout the year, and the physical test will come to Jerome throughout the game when the moment's right and when he's standing in front of a couple of players. I'd expect maybe Kale Iro or Ronnie Muatalo early, more so than a front row. That play one carry or play two carry straight at him, not trying to beat him, or make him miss. Straight at him, bumpers up, let's test how physical he wants to be.
Very similar to your grand final when you played, Wade, or the prelim when you played against the Cowboys in 2016. I remember watching some footage this week. It was Valentine Holmes and Jack Bird. They just kept running at Jonathan Thurston and just kept sitting him on his backside, and that's what you want to see tonight. Like, obviously, you don't want to direct all your attack there, but if he's in the vicinity of where you're running, I'm going straight at him.
Okay, Jim from Geelong's listening, saying, love the rugby league, happy to have it on Triple M Melbourne, so good to know you're listening.
Thanks, Jimbo.
And also Australia's premier actor Brendan Cowell is listening
Cowley.
via the listener app in London, where he says he's about to film a love scene with Catherine Zeta-Jones and he'll be home.
Well, you know how big our fan Brendan Cowley is at the Sharks? He'll put that love scene on pause while this game is on. He'll postpone that. Sorry, Catherine. Sorry, the actor who's in it with her. You're going to have to wait until the Sharkies finish.
Yes, they just hold there for 2 hours.
You're saying he would rather watch the Sharkies win a grand final than a love scene with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
100%.
Well, a guy like that, he's probably he's a tomcat. He's been...
I've seen a lot of Catherine Zeta-Jones in a day.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, good to know you're listening, Brendan Cowell. You're looking well too, mate, over there in London. We'll catch up when you get back to Sydney. We love to have you in at Triple M, you know that. Cronulla taking on the Melbourne Storm. I just want to quickly, we didn't finish up on the Broncos. Now, obviously today, we thought, last time I was here, we call it hamstring gate. It was when Adam Reynolds and Ezra Mam both pulled hammies chasing down Xavier Coates, and somewhere along the line, Selwyn Cobbo did a hammy as well. Then they said, we won't see Ezra Mam again this year. Well, Ezra Mam's going to start on the bench on Sunday. Do you think there's something behind that, Wado? Do you think there's more to that?
It's hard to tell. Listen, Ezra can be a great super sub off the bench. He's aggressive in defence. You could probably roll him in the middle if you want, if you don't want to change your halves. He could come on and be a different point of attack in that 6 jersey if you want to shuffle Ben Hunt to the 9. But if it was me, in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if Ezra starts and Ben Hunt starts at hooker, Pakes back to the bench, because it makes it difficult to get him onto the field. Either way, if you're controlling the game and winning by a lot, well, you're not going to change that spine anyway. Or if you're behind and chasing the game, that disruption to the combinations, it can set you back instead of put you forward. And if you're going to move Ben Hunt to hooker at some stage to bring Ezra on, well, you're changing two combinations. Yep. You're changing the hooking combination with his middles, and then you're changing that edge combination between Piakura, Mam, who's the centre out there, Shibasaki, and Karapani on the wing. So you're changing two offensive combinations, but the defensive combinations are the issue for me. And Nathan Cleary, he goes down that edge. You don't want to have a Ben Hunt who, say, he's checked going on all the edge work on the block shapes, and then you get an Ezra Mam who might be up and in. It's two different styles that you don't really necessarily have to change. Like Ezra, we've seen him with that after that long layoff with the suspension, come back in and play 80 minutes, and he was the man of the match almost. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him start, play the 80, Hunt to hooker, and then Pakes to come on for Hunt at some stage.
Woodsy?
Yeah, I'm starting him. If it's up to me, it's a decision. I'll be starting, because you're just trying to find a way, like Wado said. If things go well, say with Hunt and Reynolds and Pakes is doing his job at night, where do you bring him on? Do you bring him that lock forward role? I don't like just trying to find a position for him. I think Ezra Mam is the best preferred 5'8" at that club. If Billy Walters was there, I would have left him on the bench, but Billy's succumbed to an ACL injury. So for me, I personally think you either just chuck him straight in the 5'8", then you've got him there from the start. He's going to get the combinations with P. Kura on that edge, like Wado said, and Shibasaki and Karapani on the outside. I don't think you need to wait. I just think throw him out there. He's done everything he's got to do. He's ticked all the boxes with his hamstring. And I think having Hunt at 9, it's a more balanced spine for him as well, because there's a lot of Chiefs in that side, and there's going to be a lot of calling for the ball, and Ben Hunt's that senior man. When he knows to go to the right players, you'll have Mam one side, you'll have Reno on the other, and you've got Reece Walsh at the back, who's been unbelievable this last back end of the season. So Hunt will know the right players to get to at the right times. And I just think you need a bigger leader there at hooker, and I think the balance of your spine, have Mam at 5'8".
We have spoken a lot over the last couple of weeks, Woodsy, about momentum versus the rest. the side that's rested versus the team with momentum. So let's talk about Sunday again. This Broncos side is rested. They needed to be because obviously young Walters was injured. Adam Reynolds had to come back into the squad. Ezra Mam is back in the squad. But they taking on this Penrith side, and To'o and Alamotti just absolutely cut the Dogs to ribbons last week.
You also got to remember Payne Haas, he was limping at the back end of that game against the Raiders. So to win that game in Golden Point and the way that they won it, they dead set lost it 3 times, but then they somehow come away with the win at the end of the game. They get the week off. The players, like you said, that needed that little bit of a break, they got it. And it was huge for them because some sides, they want to continue the momentum. I think younger sides sort of like the Broncos. If they can keep playing and keep winning, it's a good thing for them. But in that instance, they had a couple of busted and a couple of bruised players, so they needed that time off. The Panthers have already had their one, and it's shown you, like we said earlier in the call with Ivan, he come up with a big decision to rest the players a week out before the season come to a close and the final series come on. And look how fresh those blokes look now. And like you said, Alamotti and To'o, they just start their sets off unreal.
Yeah, I agree with you. The rest for the Broncos is exactly what they needed. I love the confidence and the chip on their shoulder with some of the comments coming out of their camp. You know, we heard Reece Walsh interview talking about how are the Broncos going to handle Nathan Cleary, and his response is, well, how are they going to handle us? Katoni Staggs also on the front foot going, no, we're going to go down their right-hand edge. We think they have an issue there, and we're good enough to exploit that. And I love that. You need that heading into these games. You need to back your own ability, what you think your team can do, and back that. You're going to do it out there. I can't wait to watch to see how they respond. In the moment, words are only words. They don't help once that whistle goes. And when they get asked the question by Penrith, will they be able to get over the scars of the grand final a couple of seasons ago? Are they far enough past that? Do they have enough to go again, go to the next level and get into another grand final?
Okay, it's crunch time. Thanks to Macca's, the new McCrispy up with a new soft bun, new creamy ranch sauce, nice chicken breast fillet, and a new crunchier coating. Experience the McCrispier today, available after 10:30 a.m. You know where, Macca's. And if your hot water needs replacing, go for the one that's steady, hot and strong. Ream Hot Water have been with Triple M NRL since day one. We love them, and we are live at Amy Park for the prelim, Melbourne versus the Sharks. Wade Graham, so to Aaron Woods, Dan Robinson on the sideline. My name is Anthony Maroon. Back with more after this as Triple M rocks the finals.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Well, if you've got a tough job to tackle, don't do it alone. Go and see the mob at Beacon Trade. Your lovely wife, Sarah, tells me you try and do lots of things around the house. But
no, I don't. I go straight to Beacon Trade because they got the full lineup, and they've got fans, lighting, electrical, top-notch warranties, even free lighting layup.
It's good because you never had any fans, because you changed clubs too many times. the Paddle Pop line never had any fans.
Oh, I never did, mate.
But now you do that. You're on the breakfast show at Triple M. Bring your skills. Beacon Trade will bring the support. You know where to go, Woodsy.
beacontrade.com.au.
Let's make light work.
Triple M NRL Prime Time.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air. Triple M Breakfast. Bo, Cat and Woodsy.
I pose 2 things to you two, and you just need to tell me what is older, the moon landing or ATMs?
Moon landing.
I reckon ATMs because we haven't even landed on the moon.
No, because it's
Stop.
It was fake.
Hollywood based, but ain't
Back to the Future the Musical, now playing at Sydney's Lyric Theatre. Get your tickets at backtothefuturemusical.com.au.
Triple M Breakfast. 6 to 9 a.m. weekdays on Triple M.
I'm voicing this ad without undies. Completely pants-free. Why, you ask? Just because. And because Bailey Ladders has got together with Tradie Undies to give away Bailey Ladders undies. Just spend over $200 on Bailey Ladders and or Bailey Fall Protection gear. Get a free pair of custom undies. Get some or go pants-free. Details at baileyladders.com.au.
Please wear undies responsibly. Pants to be worn over undies on work sites. Ow!
It's here. The Supreme and Leader Caravans nationwide Super Spring stock sale is on now. Save thousands on brand new Supreme and Leader Caravans. These Aussie-made legends have delivered style, comfort and unmatched quality for over 39 years. Make an offer. No reasonable offer refused. Hurry, these are never to be seen again prices, and they won't last long. Sale ends NRL Grand Final weekend or while stock lasts. Visit your nearest Australian Caravan Centre dealership today or jump online now at australiancaravancenter.com.au.
How do you feel? I feel like a Tooheys. The game's on, the team's ready, and it's time for a Tooheys. Whether you're cheering on your team at the stadium or watching with mates at the pub, nothing beats the legendary refreshment of Tooheys. Proudly born in New South Wales, Tooheys has been our beer for over 150 years, and as the official beer of New South Wales Blues, it's the drink that always is right by your side when the team's in action. How do you feel? I feel like a Tooheys or two, but remember, always drink responsibly.
This month on Disney Plus just got bigger. FX's Alien Earth is coming in for landing. Save yourself. Now streaming. And strap in for Marvel Studios Thunderbolts, streaming August 27th.
This could get messy.
This month is Out of This World on Disney Plus.
Be the sharpest tool in the shed with a discount on tool insurance from IMAR, the tradies mate. For over 35 years, IMAR's trusted team have backed tradies with the sharpest... Oh, that really is sharp. The sharpest tool insurance from the trusted team at IMAR. Call 13IMAR today and be the sharpest tool in the shed with your discounted tool cover. That's 134627.
They're the tradies, mate. That's IMAR.
Bunnings Trade is here to help trade customers with quick quotes and pricing on a wide range of supplies, plus stock inquiries, delivery updates and more. Call Trade Assist on 134872 or jump online and we'll help you get what you need fast. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
How do you feel? I feel like a Tooheys. The game's on, the team's ready, and it's time for a Tooheys. Whether you're cheering on your team at the stadium or watching with mates at the pub, nothing beats the legendary refreshment of Tooheys. Proudly born right here in New South Wales, Tooheys is all about the spirit of bringing people together, whether you're celebrating an epic win or commiserating a crushing defeat. So next time you're at the pub or bottle shop, grab a Tooheys and raise a glass to the team that's bringing you together. Drink responsibly.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Welcome back to Amy Park in Melbourne. It's prelim time, and it's the Melbourne Storm taking on the Cronulla Sharks. The winner goes straight through to the grand final. They'll play the winner of the Broncos and Penrith. That game is live on Triple M on Sunday as well. We welcome in Triple M Melbourne, and right up and down the east coast of Australia, all the Triple M's, and so too via the Listener app. People working away and trying to listen to the footy while they work. We appreciate where you're coming from, guys and girls, and we said we'd give a special shout-out to the gang at Qantas who are listening to us tonight. And also, we've got a text here from Hamilton. That's the man's name. Hamo says, Woodsy, why, when the McDonald's ads come on, why are you always talking about your buns?
Because I love my buns steamed.
So what happens is you go...
When I go to drive-through and I take my young bloke Buster... We order whatever, if you're going to get a Big Mac or a McChicken, we all make sure the buns are steamed and they're sensational. So anyone listening, if you go on to Macca's now, make sure you ask for steamed buns.
Yeah.
It'll change your life.
Yeah, but you don't think the mob at Macca's got enough to do without steaming them? And how do they steam them?
Well, mate, it might be someone's cheat meal for the month and they want to have a perfectly steamed bun.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. I mean... I know that Alana Ferguson at Channel 9, she's a
Is she a bun steamer?
She's a mad bun steamer. She told me she gets her, and she goes to the Macca's at, what's the one just before you jump onto the F6 there, down there?
Does she get...
Engadine.
Is she one or two burgers?
I don't know how. I think she's probably two. Probably two.
Two cheeseburgers.
Because she's had a busy schedule because she does Stan rugby.
She's very busy. She's all time.
She's a legend.
Yeah.
Ferg, if you're listening.
So she gets both her buns steamed.
She gets buns steamed and she just enjoys them. And,
how good's that?
But I would suggest you just go with whatever they... Don't ask for people to be steaming your buns because, you know, they've got enough to do, the Macca's staff, especially this time of year with all these great things that are going on. Speaking of great things that are going on, Jason Demetrio, our man from the Triple M call team, is heading off to London to coach the Broncos.
He's bashed us.
Yeah.
Darren Lockyer's first big signing.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a player, but well done to JD. You know, he's working with JD. He's got a really good take on rugby league. He's got a really good insight, and it's not just when we're on air, it's really good to pick his brain off air about not just coaching but the systems and junior pathways. Like he's all over it, and I think this is a great step for Big JD to get his foot back in the door of coaching. I think they're going to be in the new Super League top flight competition next year.
Yeah, now that's the thing. You think. So they haven't been...
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what... There's 4 teams that are going to be coming up. I don't know the exact rules, but the talk is London is going to be one of them.
Yeah.
It hasn't been fully confirmed. I'm not sure if Darren Lockyer has actually bought it yet. I think he's in a syndicate that's about to buy it. So you've got a really good backer behind you. You've got a person that knows what success is. And because Lockie is on the board of the Brisbane Broncos, so he'll probably try and implement a lot of things that's happened there. But it's great to see JD get a head coaching gig, because we know he's the international coach for Papua New Guinea, and the talk was he was going to coach the Papua New Guinea
NRL side.
The NRL side that was going to come in. So it's great to continue his knowledge.
Yeah, I think, obviously he has experience over in the Super League. He's coached over there.
He's played over there a lot.
He's played over there, and he's coached over there before. He's definitely still passionate about that head coaching position, and he's wanted to get back into a head coaching role. And for him, hearing about his experience in the Super League and speaking about the Super League, he thinks there needs to be a strong footprint in London. It makes sense, right? The capital of England over there, and we know rugby league is more northern and saturated up in that part of England, but it makes sense if you want to grow the game over there, you need a footprint in the heart of London. And it sounds like it's going to be a big job. Still a lot of things up in the air, but congratulations to JD, and we wish him all the best, because in my opinion, a strong Super League benefits the NRL, benefits rugby league in general, and I love the game.
Were the NRL looking to buy the Super League, or was that just a little bit of...
I'm not too sure how far that got down the track. They were looking at it for a little bit, or potentially investing in it. A strong Super League, I think it helps.
Better for the game.
It helps the NRL and it helps rugby league in general. And I'm a pure rugby league fan, so as long as we are growing the game and it's going well, I'm always going to be happy with that.
Lots of Aussies over in the Super League doing well at the moment, one of them being Willie Peters.
Oh, yes.
Let me ask you this, Woodsy. Do you think the Super League is as good as the NRL, or is it a different game?
I think it's a different game. It's completely different. It's a lot more attack-focused over there, and you can tell by the score lines in games. But it's getting better. It's nowhere near as bad as what it has been previously. You can see the thing with Super League Maroon, there's about 4 of the really good sides. You've got St Helens, you've got Wigan, and they're the 2 that compete for it all the time. When Willie Peters, who's now at Hull KR, he's really brought a new level there. He was lucky enough to sign players like Jared Warrior-Hargraves, Sawaso Suze at his club, Peter Hiku, and they've done a phenomenal job there. And you see that a lot of the NRL coaches that go over there and implement a lot of the NRL systems that they've learned at clubs here, they're doing a really good job over there, and it's a really good stepping stone, not just for players, but for head coaches as well, Maroon. And they're the ones that are bringing up the standard of those games. Look, is it close to NRL? I don't think so yet. There's still a lot of improvement in that game, but the more Aussies that go over there, it's also about the intensity, the professionalism of how they train week in, week out. It's a lot different, like we said before, but it's about just trying to drive standards up and bringing the level just a little bit closer. And look, it'll take its time, but they're getting there slowly.
What have you made of the business around Manly and Tommy Trbojevic?
It's been frustrating because you speak of Tommy Trbojevic, what's your first thought? Manly Seagulls, Junior, Mona Vale Raiders, the Trbojevic family, the old man cooks barbecues at the Captain's Run, which is the session before the games. Anyone that you speak to on the Northern Beaches, the Trbojevic name is everything to them over there. And it's really, I love Tommy, I love Jakey. It's just disappointing to hear if it's all the stuff that's come out from what's been reported, that they've offered him a deal for a certain amount of money. He's had a look at it, he's agreed, and then they've come back with a different sum of money. Like, that's not business. That's not how you do business.
Yeah,
Come on.
If it's true.
If it's true. We don't know if it's 100%
if it's true what's been reported, it would leave a bad taste in a Manly supporter's mouth in terms of, okay, they've agreed to something, but then what's actually been put in front of him is different. It'd be hard to fathom whether the trust can be rebuilt, or where the miscommunication went for them to have 2 offers that were completely different.
But
to
the
what
thing
was
is,
agreed
it's happened this year with Cherry Evans.
Well, now that's
the scary thought, is that Tommy's going, well, look, this has happened to arguably the most capped player at Manly, one of the greatest Manly players of the club. And then now I'm in a similar situation. What do? Do I sit back and wait to see if they're going to give me an extra year or bring the money up? Or do I now go sound interest from other clubs or other Super League teams? It just leaves that little bit of question mark in the back of your mind.
They've got to get out of their own way. They can't mess this up.
Yeah.
If they lose Trebojevic, oh my God.
But surely,
I'll cry.
Surely if Tommy does leave Manly, God forbid, it's not another NRL team. It's a Super League.
I hope not. But then you never know what Tommy's thinking. He's actually away on holidays at the moment. I actually caught up with Tommy last week and did a function with him. He seemed it was all rosy. It was going good because that's when he was in his talks and he hadn't had the offer back. But I couldn't see him at another NRL club.
Well, but that's the thing. Like Tommy is Manly through and through, and he grew up on the beaches, like you said, with his family's entrenched in the club. But that's the sort of stuff that will make him walk away and will be okay to play in another jersey if they've agreed on a deal, and then they've gone away, and all of a sudden he's been presented with something else that was not agreed upon. Well, then where is the respect in that that process? And what is the point of that? Why are you undermining yourself to a player who you know is he bleeds Manly? He's so loyal to that club. Why would you even put yourself in that situation?
He's already taken pay cuts for that.
Oh yeah.
Again, only if this is true, what's been reported. But I couldn't imagine Tommy in another jersey.
It could look weird.
But if stuff like that is happening behind the scenes, but that's the sort of stuff that will turn him away and will make other clubs
more attractive.
And the Manly faithful, he shouldn't cop any backlash from it because he's agreed to a deal that he thought was there. And they've gone back and given him a different one. So the fans probably completely understand with him. So there'll be no dramas on the backlash that he would cop.
The other thing is, while we're on that, were you surprised that Mark Nawonga-Nitawasi will return to rugby?
Not at all. I knew he'd come back I knew he'd come to rugby league, and when there was a talk about it, but always in the back of your mind when you heard there was going to be a home World Cup here for obviously for the Wallabies to host the World Cup for rugby union. You look at the dollars and the figures that they can get, especially over in France or in England or Japan. It's a lot different. For me, it's how hard physically rugby league is as well. Week in, week out. He's in a wing position. It's not like the wingers back 10, 15 years ago where you just finish off tries. You're starting sets. It's one of the toughest positions in the game now. You've got to make good reads on the edges. You go to rugby union. I remember watching a game one day. A bloke did 3 tackles and 4 runs and got man of the match. That's almost fell off the chair. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So he could go out there and just do one highlights reel, and then you're talking about that for the next month. So it's a no-brainer that he's gone back. I think he will maybe come back at one stage to rugby league, but I think his long-term future's union.
I think you need to give him credit. He took a chance in his code switch in the first place. He certainly didn't have the profile that he has now. And as an athlete, as a player, you always have to back yourself to an extent and back yourself to succeed. But I think even he would be a little bit shocked at how good this season has gone, how fast he developed under Trent Robinson and in that Roosters team, and
12 months.
How far he lifted his status in one season. And listen, that with someone from a rugby background, a home rugby World Cup, it's a massive draw for him. I can understand him wanting to leave and have that experience of that home World Cup, and hopefully he's not lost forever. But the Roosters are starting to have an issue now because we all thought Swaliti might come back, and now if we think Nawonga,
same as Manu.
Yeah, well, we all thought they might come back. They're running out of room.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, we'll come back and discuss this game a little bit in more depth because kickoff is now only 20 minutes away. Mitsubishi Heavy Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air. Your call team tonight is Aaron Woods, Wade Graham, Anthony Maroon, Dan Robinson as Triple M rocks the NRL finals.
Thanks to Ream and Maccas.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Well, you've heard people on the Triple M call team say if they can't use the Ream hot water, they'll lick themselves clean like a pussycat. So where I checked in at the Crown Plaza, they got the Ream hot water. I don't have to lick myself clean like a pussycat.
Oh, how good is it, Maroon? With over 80 years of manufacturing in Australia, Ream has been building Aussie tough water heaters for Aussie conditions. Ream has a comprehensive selection of storage, continuous flow, solar, heat pump, high efficiency options Warranties all up to 12 months, mate.
Oh, you're 12 years even.
12 years.
12-year warranties. That means I could get one now and then use my pensioner concession card to update it when I'm 71. It's a beauty. Ask your plumber. Don't ask him, tell him to install a ream.
Triple M NRL Prime Time.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
This is an absolute show. Triple M have got a load of tickets, yeah? And you guys aren't even trying to win them. You're standing around doing your bloody jobs. I don't want you to do your job. I want you to win the tickets to the grand final.
Copping a coach's spray from your boss for not winning tickets to the NRL Grand Final with Triple M. Triple M's load of NRL Grand Final tickets. Listen out for the whistle while you work to win. 8 a.m. Monday with Bocat and Woodsy and all day while you work on Triple M.
This Scara has had its day.
Swap the everyday for pole position. Be a VIP at the BP Adelaide Grand Final with Bottle Mart. Thanks to Coopers, you'll score pit lounge access, a helicopter ride and a course car thrill. Buy any case of Coopers and enter online to win. Coopers Pale Ale 24 packs of $59.99 or $56.99 for More Rewards members. Expect more from Bottle Mart, like great offers only for members. More Rewards. Join now for free at bottlemart.com.au. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottle Mart. It's more in store.
If your business is sitting outside of finals contention, Prosper is the X factor that'll get you back in the winner's circle. Prosper offers same-day business funding with no upfront asset security on loans up to $150K. And you can make unlimited extra repayments to save on interest. Don't get tackled by cash flow stress. Prosper keeps your business in play as Australia's #1 online lender to small business. Apply today at prosper.com. That's PROSPA. T's and C's and standard credit criteria apply.
Step up with new Bailey Aluminium Step Extension Ladder. It's the quickest and most compact conversion style ladder available. Bailey's Step Extension gives you step, leaning and extension with a rear leg section narrow enough to work within studs and manholes. Speaking of holes, cover yours in some free Bailey and tradie undies. Spend over $200 on Bailey ladders and or Bailey fall protection gear and get a free pair of Bailey and tradie undies. T's and C's at baileyladders.com.au.
It's here. The Supreme and Leader Caravans nationwide Super Spring stock sale is on now. Save thousands on brand new Supreme and Leader Caravans. These Aussie-made legends have delivered style, comfort and unmatched quality for over 39 years. Make an offer. No reasonable offer refused. Hurry, these are never to be seen again prices, and they won't last long. Sale ends NRL Grand Final weekend or while stock lasts. Visit your nearest Australian Caravan Centre dealership today or jump online now at australiancaravancenter.com.au.
At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 15% off your next break for stays of 2 nights or more. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Book by October 31 for select travel dates between October and December only. T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Lift your game with United.
When you need to lift your game, nothing lifts like a Caterpillar from United Forklifts. If your current forklift is letting the team down, then it's time to lift your game with a Cat from United Forklifts. The toughest and most reliable forklift on the market is in stock right now. Lift your game with a Cat from the United Forklifts team. Google United Forklifts today.
Lift your game with United.
The boys on Triple M.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Welcome back to Amy Park in Melbourne. The prelim is now only 15 minutes away. Sharkies versus Melbourne. It's a home game, of course, for Melbourne. The winner goes through to the grand final. The winner will take on the winner of Penrith and the Broncos, who will play that game at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane on Sunday. And, of course, the following week we'll have the Triple M and the NRLW grand final live on the Triple M and Listener Network. So both grand finals are there. But this game today, we're getting very close to getting a tip from the boys. Only one change to the lineups named on the Triple M, or I should say the NRL website. Sean Bloor will start, so Lasati will start on the bench for the Melbourne Storm. The Sharkies are 1-13. The only change from last week's side is Nikora Talakai. And Wado, quickly, Oregon Kafusi comes in for Hamlin Ueli. Well, Oregon Kafusi's a handy number 16.
Yeah, no, Oregon comes in. Tom Hazelton out with that HIA last week. He had the head clash with Tommy Starling. So Oregon straight back in, and apart from that, the same lineup. Billy Burns will start in the back row. He'll eventually make his way into the middle when Britton Nakora enters the field. We have a special, very special guest joining us, an old sparring partner of mine.
Look out.
Will Chambers, welcome, mate.
How are you, mate?
Oh, good, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
You getting excited about the game?
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, eh? I reckon. Oh, mate, I'd hope the Storm, but I've got a soft spot for the Sharks as well. I've got good mates there, so yeah, it's an exciting game.
Do you live down here, Will?
Yeah,
you live in Melbourne,
yeah.
right? Okay. So what happened, mate? You came down here to play and you fell in love or something, or?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
My wife's from down here, so I never went home. Basically,
Yeah,
stayed
right.
Down here. Yeah.
Are you still involved with the Storm, Will?
I do a little bit with young Jack Howarth and a couple of young centres, but yeah, not a heap. I sort of just. I've tried to get over footy now and move on with my next part of life.
Okay, mate, you were one of the great characters of your time in the game. You had a couple
Mate, he's one of the best. I've played with a lot of players, 5 clubs, mate, and I tell you what, my time with Will Chambers was, you know what, Will's a massive competitor, but he's also one of the great blokes to be playing side by side. I loved getting laced in the boot time with Big Will.
Yeah, it's like, I was always a white line fever, basically, and I didn't care what anyone thought of me. I sort of just went about my business. Do you know what I mean? Like I used to say, like to the other boys, like I'm not going to have a beer with the opposition after a game. So it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll leave it out in the field and talk to them later. Do you know? What I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%. This is a great. It's funny that you played for both. I mean, your career at the Sharks was sort of kind of cut short with injury, but you played for both, and this is just one of the great modern day rivalries, Melbourne and the Sharks.
Yeah, it really is. And like I know that Fleno's not there now, but Fitzy is. But it was like they used to come down here and get stuck into us, so it was always a great aggressive game.
Yeah,
I think obviously we're talking about that, almost ancient history. It was almost 10 years ago now, but there's definite feeling amongst these two playing rosters as well. Again, this year, Shark Park, Mulatalo, in the Pappenhausen, in the Hughes, in the Xavier Coates, and they got the win that night. But we fast forward, 5-6 weeks after that, they come down here, they play the Storm. Ronnie Mulatalo, first touch, drops the ball. Guess who took receipts? Guess who came straight into him? Pappenhausen, Hughes. I think even Anderson was getting into him. So there's some feeling amongst these two camps, and when it all goes on the line in these big games, 80 minutes away from a grand final, that's when the rivalries start. That's when you're playing for your whole season, you're playing for your mates, and as Will said, you get across that line and you're leaving it all out there.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I couldn't agree more, Wado. I reckon this game tonight's going to be in the big boys, in the forward, Adam Fanua-Blake and Stefano Yukumadu, or whatever his name is. But yeah, I just reckon that's going to be the key to it all,
What about the developer that took Umano down here, Will? Like, he come down here from a West Tigers side, and he said he could have got more money at the Tigers.
Yeah.
But then he comes down here. We know what Craig can do with his systems. For me, it's been the development of Stefano post-Origin. He's gone to another level. It's something about this system down here. You were in it for a long period of time. You've seen players come down here. They grew and become, Origin rep players. What is it about the Storm culture, mate?
I just reckon they've simplified his role. You know what I mean? That's all. He just has to run hard and make his tackles. That's all. They put inside pressure on and just do that. He doesn't have to do anything else. He doesn't have to do his offloads. Doesn't have to carry the team or the forward pack. He's got other guys there, like Harry Grant at hooker, that directs everyone else around. Do you know what I mean? So I just think that's what made him rock. In the pre-season, I was saying to Bellyache, I said, mate, he's going to be as good as Payne Haas. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the way that he was going. He was so fit and firing, and you could just see that he was ready for a big year. And that's what he's producing.
Well, he's only at the beginning of his journey at this club.
It's his first year in the system.
Finding his feet underneath Craig, obviously. It's a work in progress, and the development this year, you take that as a bonus. Whatever he's experienced this year, how far he goes this year, they could be in a grand final in less than 80 minutes. It's a scary proposition for the rest of the NRL because he's only at the start of his journey. He's going to keep getting better.
Yeah, 100%. And that's something that Bellyache will say to him in his end-of-season interview is, mate, you got to get better now. You got to go to the next step and go from there.
Yeah. Well, like for someone like you, Will, who's been inside that camp right now, 12 minutes before kickoff, what we see Bellyache, we see Craig Bellamy's mood during the game. What would he be like right now?
Oh, he'd be sitting in the sheds,
right,
like chewing his fingernails off. You know what I mean? Like he'd be so nervous, pacing around, reading his notes, what his pre-game presentation is, and then go from there. Like he's always Like before a game, he's level-headed. It's during the game when he loses his shit.
Would that be because he's worried about the preparation? Did I miss everything? Did I tick every box? Did I give all the information that I needed to give to my players?
But that's the one thing with him is he rides the game so much because he thinks that his preparation is so important to it. Do you know what I mean? That's what he's thinking. I've got to make sure I've presented and given him every bit of vision so that nothing can catch him off guard and then go from there.
Mate, it's been great catching up with you. Obviously, your loyalty tonight, you're in the Melbourne camp, but we are kind of hoping to take the title back to Sydney and have at least one Sydney team in the grand final.
Yeah, I know, mate. But I, as I said, I've got a soft spot for Storm, and I had so much good time.
Yeah, of
here.
course. Yeah.
Just quickly, who you like out of Penrith and Broncos?
Oh, I think Penrith. I like Penrith. I just think that the way they've played the last couple of weeks and they've started to fall into their groove. I reckon that big Xavier Nielsen.
Yeah, he's a gun.
He'll be good. He'll have some X factor for the Broncos when Payne Haas comes off. He'll give them something off the bench. But yeah, I like Penrith. I just think that they're just into the grind now and they're ready to go.
Good on you, Will. Good catching up with Will Chambers. This is Triple M NRL Prime Time. Thanks to Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. Put your trust in the experts in air. Aaron Woods, Wade Graham, Anthony Maroon, Dan Robinson is our man on the sideline, and kickoff is now 9 minutes away as Triple M rocks the finals.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Triple M NRL Prime Time.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
Triple M's just released the starting lineup for weekends in 2025. Commentary great and Triple M legend Anthony Maroon. Panthers and Rabbitohs great Josh Mansour. And a pretty busy interchange bench with a whole bunch of friends set to join them. Take your seat in the stands and grab some bevies from the kiosk. You're not going to want to miss a second of this. Triple M's Dead Set Legends with Anthony Maroon, Josh Mansour and friends from 10 Saturdays on Triple M. Protect precious with GIO. GIO.com.au.
This is unbelievable.
In finals footy, legacies are built on the field. Big hits, superstar moments, iconic plays. Legacies can also be built off the field.
Oh, he's gone the no-look esky grab and he's pulled off a miracle play. Yeah!
From the footy field to the fridge, Jack Daniels and Cola, ready when you are. Please drink responsibly. Jack Daniels is a registered trademark. 2025, Jack Daniels.
Does your business cash flow need a spark to come off the bench to make that winning play? Prosper's business line of credit can provide your business with a safety net of funds to cover day-to-day expenses. Draw down on what you need when you need it and only pay interest on what you use. Prosper have helped over 50,000 small businesses stay in the game. Apply today at prosper.com. That's PROSPA. T's and C's and standard credit criteria apply.
The Aussie Outback is no place for amateurs or idiots. And I should know, I'm Russell Cook. Here's some more city slickers and a flashy new Triton, thinking they could just drive into the Never Never willy-nilly. That's a no-no.
I've already been back.
Oh, right, you've already been. And now you're heading back, yeah, makes sense.
Mitsubishi's most capable ute ever. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
I'll follow you then. No? Okay.
It's here. The Supreme and Leader Caravans nationwide Super Spring stock sale is on now. Save thousands on brand new Supreme and Leader Caravans. These Aussie-made legends have delivered style, comfort and unmatched quality for over 39 years. Make an offer. No reasonable offer refused. Hurry, these are never to be seen again prices, and they won't last long. Sale ends NRL Grand Final weekend or while stock lasts. Visit your nearest Australian Caravan Centre dealership today or jump online now at australiancaravancenter.com.au.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful. Mitre 10.
Turns out, not all internet providers are built the same. Aussie Broadband is backed by 100% local experts and a purpose-built network that keeps your connection running smoothly with fast-flowing internet. Make the switch and experience the difference. Aussie Broadband, the actual Aussie way.
Get the saving you really want with 3K off Australia's favourite 4x4 Ford Ranger across XLT Sport and Wildtrak, but only until September 30 while stocks last. 3K off Ranger at participating Ford dealers right now. For full terms and eligibility, see our website.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Welcome back to Amy Park, Melbourne. What a fantastic atmosphere. The fireworks are going off. We've got one of the big AFL-style banners, which, of course, we don't see in the NRL, but down here in Melbourne, we love them. They love them, and this one looks fantastic. It says, "Protect our fortress here and now." It's the big AFL-type banner. Look, it's a wonderful atmosphere. We're going to go down to the sideline shortly as Triple M rocks the footy. We'll be back right after this for kickoff.
This Scara has had its day.
Swap the everyday for pole position. Be a VIP at the BP Adelaide Grand Final with Bottle Mart. Thanks to Coopers, you'll score pit lounge access, a helicopter ride and a course car thrill. Buy any case of Coopers and enter online to win. Coopers Pale Ale 24 packs of $59.99 or $56.99 for more rewards members. Expect more from Bottle Mart, like great offers only for members. More rewards. Join now for free at bottlemart.com.au. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottle Mart. It's more in store.
The boys on Triple M. Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Now, Bob Jane T-Mart. Stop, shop and save at Bob Jane. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Kumar or J-Trax tyres and get the 4th free. Plus get 25% off Yokohama Go16 or Go18 tyres at Bob Jane T-Marts. They look after you. T's and C's apply on the sideline with the atmosphere. Dan Robinson.
Oh, good evening, Maroon. What an atmosphere it is. It's been a public holiday in Victoria today, and it has just been, the build-up has just been so anxious all day to get here. I could not wait, and it's a wonderful crowd. There's a good 26,000 in at the moment. A good contingency of Sharks fans in that southeastern corner as well. They've travelled down, and the mind games have begun because the Sharks were still doing their pre-game warm-up when they put the lights down and started the fireworks. So the Sharks had to abruptly exit the field. So the mind games have begun. It's going to be an absolute beauty. The Sharkies are on a roll. Can the Storm prove they're the best still, even with all the injury clouds coming into tonight?
Good on you, Robbo. Well done, mate, for Bob Jane T-Marts. Okay, I'm going to go to you first, Woodsy. Who wins and why?
I'm going to back the Sharks down here in an upset, Maroon. They're paying $3 with the bookies. I just love the form that they've come into this prelim final with. The Storm have had a week off. Pappenhausen's been out. Hughes has been out. I think they might be a little bit slow to start, and I think that's where Cronulla can jump them. If they can complete well early on, it'll give them a huge chance to upset the Storm at home.
Now, Wader, you think Melbourne will win?
Mate, I'm going the Sharks, of course, but it needs to be off the back of their defence. That's what got them this far, why they've had success so far in this final series. They've been defending so well. And Maroon, you spoke before about what it'd be like in the sheds. This right now, this is the best part. This is the moment. The 2-minute bell's gone. You're looking around at your teammates. You're looking them in the eyes. You're ready to go. There'll be some smiles on the faces. This is what they've been waiting for. This game, the occasion, 80 minutes away from a grand final. If you can go out there and get the job done for your team, for your club.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, your mob, it's just come to my attention here on the Choice Hotel stats, Wado. Their defensive game over the last few weeks. What about this? Sharks have conceded only 14 points per game in the last 3 months.
Yeah, but that's last week, mate. It doesn't matter anymore. All that counts is what's in front of you, and they've got to repeat that effort. Like, hold on to the ball. Don't give up easy possession, because if you do, and you're camped on your goal line, this Melbourne Storm team, they can make you pay. We know they're dangerous. They'll be looking to put pressure on all sorts of, on all the parts of the Sharkies' defence, but they need to aim up against tonight. What a match we have. So I'm excited. Can you tell, mate? I'm so excited.
You are pumped. I'm just looking at some footage of Northies and Cronulla Golf Club and all those beautiful places back in the Shire where everybody is just fired up.
Who are you going for, Maroon? You haven't told us who you're back tonight.
Look, I'm going for the Sharkies because I've known young Fitzy since he was reserve grader at the Steelers. His father's a friend of mine. You got to go with the Sharkies, but who do I think will win? I think Melbourne will win. I think Melbourne will win, but I would love to see the Sharks win the game. Of course I would. Just about to get the players out on the field, and I might add, Robbo was talking about 26,000 people here. there's a really good contingent of Sharkies fans, and I make that point once again. I come out of my hotel at the Crown Plaza, down past the casino, down past all the rowing clubs and God knows what, and I saw nothing but rugby league jerseys. It was very encouraging.
Mate, some of the best fans, half of that Sharky contingent over there, they wouldn't even went home. They would have stayed in Canberra and just continued on down the highway, mate.
Had the whole week off work and just get down to Amy Park, baby.
Yes, indeed. Look at them. They've got a really good turnout of Sharks jerseys, and Sharks flags are waving. They want to bring another one back to the Shire. One of the most successful clubs of the last decade, and out of that, of course, they've won that premiership and created some legends of the club in the same time. One of them is sitting to my left here in Wade Graham. Paul Gallen is another one. Lukey Lewis on that night back in 2016. And that was their first premiership. They are looking for their second with a great defensive effort over the last 3 months. From the Shire, the Sharkies are about to hit Amy Park. Let's have a look at them. Kennedy is the fullback. Katoa and Ronnie Mulatalo are the wings. Ramian and Ero are the centres. Trindle and Hines are the halves. Up front, it's Adam Fanua-Blake and Toby Rudolph. Brayley is the hooker. And then the back row, the in-form, the resurgent, the rejuvenated Billy Burns and Teague Wilton. And Calhoun is there too in jumper number 13. They are coached by one of Rugby League's great fellas, young Craig Fitzgibbon. The Sharkies are out there on the field, as I say, trying to bring another premiership trophy back to the Shire. So we're just waiting for the home.
I like this, what they do, the Sharks, Maroon. They get out there first, they go on the halfway, they do a big huddle, and they sort of, not that they show no respect to their team, but they're more worried about their own job. They're there, they're bunkering down, they're worried about each other's job. They don't care about who they're coming up against. It's us against Melbourne mentality. This is what you love, Wado.
Yeah, I thought they may have done that only last week because of the Viking clap and the ability for a player maybe while you're waiting on your own for such a long time to lose your focus, but it's obviously something that they've spoke about. They're getting there, they're connected in a huddle, turning their backs to the crowd and the opposition as they run out, as we see Harry Grant lead his team through the banner maroon.
Yes, indeed. They are scary, they are threatening, they are always there or thereabouts, and here's why. Pappenhausen is the fullback. Warbrick and the try-scoring machine Xavier Coates on the wings. Howarth and Meany are the centres. Munster is the 5'8", Jerome Hughes is back at half. Utoya Kamanu and King up front, Harry Grant is the hooker. Blore will start in jumper number 15, Eli Katoa in the back row, Trent Liero is the lock forward. And the referee for today's game, you can tell by that shiny head, the fireworks are reflecting off his head. It's the one and only Ashley Klein. And we are about to get underway in front of a packed house here at Amy Park in Melbourne. And the people of Melbourne are really pumped about this, but of course more so for them tomorrow. They will have their AFL Grand Final, the Lions and the Cats, and that game also live on Triple M and Listener. I hope it's a good one for you guys and girls. 8 seconds away from kickoff as Triple M rocks the finals on Triple M and Listener. If you're working away, you're driving, you're Ubering, you're trucking, you're driving, you're in the mines, wherever you are, get ready. Brayley kicks off and we are underway. Melbourne Storm have the ball off the kickoff. And off the back fence comes Utoya Kamanu, met and dropped down by Billy Burns. 10 metres out from his own line on tackle one. Then a dummy half, it's Grant. And then it goes to King. King is met by Brayley. And Melbourne Storm at 20 metres out from their own line on tackle two. Grant this time goes to Sean Blore. Started the game in jumper number 15. He's about 22 his own side of the halfway line. Then Grant got the pass away to Liero, and Liero is pulled down by some very strong Cronulla defence. Grant will have it now. Then Utoya Kamanu again, met again by Billy Burns and Adam Fanua-Blake. Tackle 5 says Ashley Klein, he plays it to Grant. It goes back to Jerome Hughes, and this kick is high, spinning down, and Ronnie Mulatalo's got it. It's Sione Katoa, I beg your pardon, and he'll take the tackle 19 metres out from his own line. Gets up to play it back there to Nico Hines, who got the pass away. And now the Melbourne Storm need to tackle the Sharkies. Getting up to play it back now, it's Ramey into Brayley. This one, no mistaking this guy, this is the wrong dog. Ronnie Mulatalo, 22 metres out from his own line, and the Sharks get a penalty.
Yeah, that's come off two great play the balls from Sione Katoa and then Will Kennedy, because The referee, Ashley Klein, really let him lay in there. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a 6 again, but in that field position, it's a penalty. I was really surprised that second one wasn't a penalty on Jess Ramian, but then Ronnie Mulatalo fought real hard in the play of the ball and gets the first penalty of the night for the Cronulla Sharks.
Yeah, Ashley Klein, he was happy to let the first couple go there, Woodsy, but Ronnie Mulatalo really earned that, fighting hard to find his feet. The second effort was a meanie, just a little bit too long in the ruck.
Now this is Teague playing it to Brayley. It went to Trindle. It went to Adam Fanua-Blake. Adam Fanua-Blake is about 10 metres inside Melbourne's territory. It's still all on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Brayley again, this time to Calhoun, and he's stopped by Utoya Kamanu. Sharkies are only 30 metres out. Brayley again, Nico Hines, and straight up the middle goes Toby, and Toby Rudolph's brought down 22 metres out centre field. Brayley again, left side Trindle, left side Teague Wilton, and Melbourne now defending the Westpac red zone to get it done. It takes a little Westpac, and the ball is played to Brayley. Very flat pass, Adam Fanua-Blake. It wasn't the pass, Woodsy, and Melbourne have the ball 5 out from their own line.
Yeah, very unlike Blake Brayley. Should have got to his half member in either Nico Hines or Braden Trindle, but tried to hit Fanua-Blake right on the line. It was a poor pass at his toes. Great defence for the Melbourne Storm to start this set.
So Melbourne have it 21 metres out. It's played then to come back for Pappenhausen, and Pappenhausen is driven back in some good defence. Billy Burns and Calhoun, the tacklers, then played to Grant, who got it away to Utoya Kamanu. We've had 3 minutes gone on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. 0-0 as Triple M rocks the finals. This time, Cam Munster's kick from inside the 40, and Katoa takes it on the full. 11 metres out from his own line and charges back toward the Melbourne Storm defence, who bring him down 23 metres out. Quick play the ball for Kennedy. Kennedy got the pass away there to Ronnie Mulatalo, and the Ron Dogs 19 metres his own side of the halfway line. Have to play the ball, it's Kennedy again. Here's Aero. Surely Nick Meaney wasn't onside. 5 their own side of the halfway line. Now it's Brayley, then it's Hines, and then it's Jess Ramian, who will play it. 5 his own side of the halfway line on tackle 4. Brayley again, and Kennedy's brought down by King. Tackle 5 says referee Ash Klein, as it goes across now to Trindle, and from 40 metres out, that's high. Warbrick gets under it and takes it beautifully. Still 0-0. Let's go down to the sideline for Bob Jane. Dan Robinson.
It's been the most, penalty to the Storm here, been the most spoken about forearm in Australia the past week. Jerome Hughes, he's got a big black cover on it at the moment. A lot of strapping on that left forearm. He passed his first test, though. A nice tackle on Teague Wilton in one of the earlier sets. That's going to be Teague's role tonight. Just run at the Storm half. Yeah,
I just noticed off the back of that, when he got an opportunity, he was parked himself on the wing. So already looking at strategies to keep himself out of the physicality when he can. Of course, there's going to come times in the games where he has to defend a free man and take that contact, but the smarts of Jerome Hughes just looking for opportunities to get himself out of the physical battle.
So now we've got Melbourne Storm, 15 their own side of the halfway line. Both teams have completed 3 sets on the Choice Hotel stats. The ball now comes to Liero. Liero drops one underneath, and it will be Melbourne about 15 their own side of the halfway line. Harry Grant got into dummy half, got the pass away to Liero, and the defence is good from Cronulla. Remember, the winner is off to the grand final next week. Grant, Utoya Kamanu, ordinary pass, picked up on the bounce by Pappenhausen, right on the halfway line. 0-0, 5 gone. Beacon Trade scoreboard. Grant, Jerome Hughes, left side Pappenhausen, and Bloor just over the halfway line on tackle 5 for the purple team. Grant got it away to Munster. Munster got the pass away to Coates down the sideline. Kicks back in field. Ball still alive. Picked up by Trindle, and he's going to be tackled in goal. Nice play, Melbourne, but it's still 0-0.
Oh, just that combination, Harry Grant, Munster, they did not let you off the hook if you give them a cue. They saw the short side, saw a marker out of play. Harry Grant, a great ball to Munster, throws the cutout pass to Xavier Coates. Nice touch from the big winger. We talk about his aerial threat, his physical carry. He shows a nice little bit of class there, puts the ball on the toe. Braden Trindle back there in cover for the Cronulla Sharks. Drop out, Maroon, I guess they're going to go short. Your favourite thing.
Oh, yes, indeed. Here it is. Harvey Norman replay. Let's have a look at this. No, they've gone deep.
It's a shocker too.
About 43 metres from Pappenhausen to Utoya Kamanu. 6 minutes gone in the prelim. Melbourne and Cronulla are 0-0.
That's a great carry.
And Brayley plays Grant now. Grant gets it back to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen gets away from one. King's got the ball. And now it's Cronulla's turn to defend the Westpac red zone. And the ball will play 20 metres out. Grant darts out a dummy half. Drops one back inside for Munster, who's met and dropped down by Kennedy. About 11 metres out from Cronulla's line, he'll get up and play the ball. There's Grant at dummy half, then Liero, then Hughes, then Meaney, then Numbers. Meaney, he got it away to his winger, and Warbrick goes over in the corner. Ash Twine likes it. It was classy, and Melbourne lead the game 4-0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Oh, you talk about Jerome Hughes and his forearm. It's heavily strapped at the moment. But he found a great pass on the out for Nick Meaney. And Nick Meaney just took one-on-one, I think, with the centre of Calero. We see the replay. It took Amano off the dropout, just sat Billy Burns on his backside. A huge carry, laid the platform. But it's the work of Hughes to get the ball early to Nick Meaney. It basically just gets on the outside of Calero, and it just sucks him Mulatalo on the outside, which just gives a free line of passage for Will Warbrick to get the opening points of the night.
Oh, Nick Meaney, take a bow. Victoria Kamano, he started off, but Nick Meaney, this is just one-on-one. Calero, he does a good job defending the lead runner. It's man on that edge. Meaney just sticks out the left-hand fan, keeps him at bay, gets Mulatalo interested, and just when he gets in beat, flick past the Warbrick Melbourne. Very impressive start, very sharp, great execution.
Okay, need a game plan for your next job. Beacon Trade's got fans, lighting, electrical, and the extras like free layout designs to help you kick goals. Residential jobs made easy. beacontrade.com.au. Let's make light work. Pertec kick predictor, 41%. Pertec, drama resistant since 1980. And now we've got Nicky Meaney right. He could not get any closer to the sideline. Here comes Meaney. Storm lead 4-0. That one's straight, but it's just to the left-hand side of the upright. No good. Storm 4, Sharks 0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. You know who we're talking about. Built tough for Aussie conditions and manufacturing right here in Australia for over 80 years. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a range.
Such an amazing story. Will Warbrick received a concussion in the All-Stars game back in February. Did not play between round 4 and round 26. He's found his way back onto the wing for this Melbourne Storm side and scoring plenty of tries in this final series. The conditions down here, they are pretty good actually. We had quite a bit of a downpour about an hour and a half ago, but it's quite a still night. The conditions are good for footy.
That's Dan on the sideline for Bob Jane T-Marts. Buy 3, get 1 free. It's a cashback deals. Call a shop online today. It's prelim time in the NRL. Cronulla trail 4-0. There's the kickoff. Jerome Hughes has it. And away we go again with big Stefano Toya Kamanu, 15 metres out. Will get up and play it. And Hughes at dummy half. This time it comes back to Eli Katoa. Katoa's brought down 20 metres out from his own line. And then Harry Grant again, this time to Trent Liero. They've had a lot of ball. Well, they've had 60% of the ball, the Melbourne Storm, on the Choice Hotel stats. Grant is a dummy half. King has it now. He runs at Jesse Calhoun. And he's brought down 18 his own side of the halfway line on tackle 4. Then left goes Munster. Back inside for Howard. And he's only about 5 short of the halfway line. So Grant will go to the middle. And from the halfway line, Jerome Hughes. Gee, that's a high kick from Jerome. Coming down, and Kennedy takes it beautifully 20 metres out from his own line, where he's met by King. What have you made of it so far, Aaron?
Oh, just a great driving tackle. Just driven Kennedy back 10, 15 metres after he made the initial contact. I'm loving the start from Stefano. They've given an easy leg up there for the Sharks, but it's the start from Stefano Tucumano. He took the first kick up of the game. He's laid the platform off the dropout carry, and he's just skittling Sharks defenders. They really need to get numbers in him and slow his play the ball down.
Oh, how physical has he been?
He's been great.
In the middle. Again, Ashley Klein, an early penalty for a team jumping offside. Melbourne, that's where they got their possession swing. They got that penalty out of yardage, held onto the ball, got a result. Sharkies opportunity to answer back here.
Now still 4-0, Melbourne lead Cronulla on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Billy Burns plays to Brayley. Brayley, Nico Hines. Hines, then Jesse Calhoun again. They're about 15 metres inside Melbourne's territory. Packed house at Amy Park in Melbourne for the NRL. The ball is played to Brayley. Then it goes to Hines. Hines is only 29 metres out. And just off centre of the field, Melbourne's end of the field too. Brayley again, then for Trindle. Drop one to Teague Wilton. Wilton is now back at the 20-metre line. Again, Melbourne defend the Westpac red zone as Brayley goes to the centre of the park for Noah Blake. Then Hines, Kennedy. Kennedy goes... Well, he's brought down by Sean Blaw.
Oh, I don't think there's nothing in that. I watched that. Look, that was... Come on.
Okay, so he's hit late. Nico Hines has hit late, Woodsy.
He's hit as he's passed the ball. Like this is going to give him a penalty shot. Like down 4-0, they can go up to 4-2. But it's something like this. It's not even bad.
Yeah.
Come on, this is rugby league.
Yeah, but it's would you agree that it's consistent? Would you agree with that?
Consistently rubbish.
Would you agree that it's consistent?
It's consistent. It's funny. We were watching an old game
someone in this box
today before we came down here, and almost every play for refereeing on the modern rules, there's someone going to the bin.
Yeah.
Well, I've got you.
Yeah. Well, let's hope nobody goes to the bin today.
Ashley Klein here just having a chat to Harry Grant.
No, it was Stefano, but a few of you guys were so particularly trained.
Not happy with the work in the ruck. So just a little bit of a warning shot there, but Melbourne, they'll keep pushing the boundaries.
What do you do here, Wade? Do you take the 2 or do you...
No, you keep playing, mate.
Keep playing,
yeah.
Harvey Norman replay. It's game on at Harvey Norman. Score hot deals, score wide. Tellies, fridges, laptops, mobiles, furniture, bedding. Go Harvey Norman now. Here's Toby Rudolph. We are inside the Westpac red zone. Sharks want to be next to score. They're 15 metres out and just to the left-hand side of the upright. Centre of the field now. Hines got it back to Jesse Calhoun. And Jesse's only 9 metres out from the Melbourne line, and that is tackle 2. At the play, the ball, Brayley. Hines goes left. And Adam Fanua Blake is 5 metres out from the Melbourne line. Brayley, Jesse Calhoun for the line and stopped millimetres, literally millimetres short, right in front of the post on tackle 4. Then it goes to Brayley at dummy half. Hines, Kennedy, quick hands needed. Katoa for the corner, and Sione Katoa scores for the Sharkies, and we're all locked up at 4-4.
Oh, Nico and was it Howarth in the background having some words? Ashley Klein, there's plenty of feeling out there. Oh, I love this maroon. Opportunity. There was interference at the ruck. He played advantage, Ashley Klein. Howarth just gets up in front of the ball. Will Kennedy, some nice feet, beats him on the inside, and then skilled enough to thread the needle. Hits Sione Katoa. And you know what? Ronnie Mulatalo gets a lot of credit about his ability in the finishes he comes up with for his team, but Sione Katoa, the quiet achievement for the Sharks. Any opportunity close to the line, he's a special for getting the ball down. Quick fire answer back from the Sharks. 4-all kick to come.
What about the work from Will Kennedy? Just the step Howarth that's coming in, rushing in defence, bang off the right, hold it up. Could have just simply ran himself, but summed up balls on the outside and finds a great cutout pass to Sione Katoa. I cannot believe Will Kennedy's off contract next year. This is unbelievable. The footy he's playing has been outstanding.
So Sione Katoa gets us to 4-all on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Beautiful pass from Will Kennedy, which is what Woodsy's saying. And a great finish from Katoa. Lots of feeling in this game. The kick from the sideline, 45% Pertek kick predictor. But what a game we've had with, 12 and a half minutes gone. We've already seen 2 tries. Let's hope they keep it up. But the Sharkies, they wanted to strike back quickly, and they've done that. Now, Nico Hines, also from the corner, very similar to the Melbourne try. In the corner, and Nick Meaney missed. Let's see how Nico Hines goes. About 24 metres back, right on the sideline, right in front of the commentary box. Here comes Nico Hines. Hits it with the right foot. And it's going to be no good. So it's 4-all as Triple M rocks the prelim.
It's crunch time thanks to Macca's new McCrispier. With a new soft bun, new creamy ranch sauce, nice chicken breast fillet and a new crunchier coating. Experience the new McCrispier today.
Available after 10:30am.
That'll settle some nerves, for Sharks fans, especially that of Nico Hines as well. It's hard to remember, but 12 months ago, he was under so much pressure, copping so much criticism as he led the Sharks in the last year's finals campaign. This year, in much better form. It's fantastic to see for the Sharkies, although maybe goal kicking might be the difference as we get into this one.
Good on you, Dan. On the sideline for Bob Jane. There's the kickoff. And so here's Toby Rudolph. Off the back fence for the Sharks. And pull down 10 metres out. He'll get up and play it back now to Brayley. Or a try apiece in the opening minutes of this game. And here's Ero now for the Sharks, 15 metres out. Did he hurt himself there, Toby?
I think with that collision, Maroon, he's probably a little bit winded. That was heavy contact. I told you I'd missed that moment in the shed with 2 minutes to go. I don't miss that sort of stuff. Ouch.
Now Brayley, and then for Trindle. And we look at that on the Harvey Norman replay. Maybe some shoulder in there from King, I thought. Brayley again on tackle 5. Nico Hines from inside the 40. This is coming down now. Xavier Coates has it. 20 metres his own side of the halfway line and brought down by Ramian and Billy Burns. He will play it back. Penalty Melbourne. Penalty goes to Melbourne. 10 their own side of the halfway line. They just wouldn't let that Melbourne player play the ball.
Discipline so key early in this game. We've seen both teams off the back of penalties, easy field position, take advantage, when in scoring position. Sharks fight their way back into the game, give the penalty up. Now Melbourne Storm an opportunity, fire their own shots back at the Sharks.
Now Melbourne have it 32 metres out from the Sharks line. So for all, Grant, Munster, Utoya Kamanu. He bounces out of one and he gets the offload away to Jerome Hughes. He's gone right through. Jerome Hughes has gone right through. He's going to score. Oh, what a try. Don't worry about the forearm. Jerome Hughes plants it down. Great lead-up work. And Melbourne strike right back.
We've got another push
they're in it again.
And who else is it then? Ronaldo Mulatalo. Wow.
What are you feeling out there?
But you talk about the feeling. Look at when Hughes slices straight through. He just puts the right foot on Teague Wilton. If he had any worries about that left forearm, he puts the big don't argue out on Jesse Colquhoun and slices straight through. The discipline from the Sharkies invites the Storm back in. And the toe from Hughes did all the hard work. Mulatalo comes from behind. He gets the ball down. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in back play, because Ashley Klein just warned the players in the previous one to see what he's going to do now.
Oh, let the boys go, Ash. We'd love to see it packed.
Well, we know Ash likes to make the game about himself, so he's going to do something right now.
Just a couple of teams laying it all out here at the moment, but the discipline, Woodsy, the discipline, both times, well, every try has come off the back of an early penalty, allowing the other team to get easy meters up the field and then taking advantage. Just on this Teague Wilton, he came out of the line, tried to shut down Utoya Kamanu, but his strength breaks the tackle, finds an offload, and Jerome Hughes, what a class player, gets there, slams the ball down, Storm back in front.
Yeah, that was a great try. Great lead-up work from Big Stefano too. 92% Triple M Pertec kick predictor. Try. In the NRL prelim, Melbourne 8 lead the Sharkies 4. Here comes Nicky Meaney. This one's a lot easier for Nick. It's right over the black dot. So Beacon Trade scoreboard, Melbourne 10, Sharks 4, as Triple M rocks the finals.
Thanks to the Mitsubishi Triton. Celebrate the Mitsubishi Motors 45-year anniversary sale this month. Drive away today in a Triton GLS 4x4 double cab pickup from $56,990 for ABN holders. Plus, receive $2,500 cash bonus. Ends September 30. T's and C's apply.
I'll tell you who's feeling pretty good about himself right now, and that is Dr. Andrew Opping, trauma and reconstruction surgeon. He's the man who operated on Jerome Hughes 3 weeks ago, and he's put that arm to the test and coming off very nicely at the moment. Change though for the Sharks. We do have Toby Rudolph currently walking down the sheds. He reeled out of a Josh King tackle in that previous set, so we'll get some details on what's happened to Big Toby. It's an HIA, we can confirm, so fingers crossed it's all good news for Toby.
With the HIA, we talk about being the referee's consistent, Wado. It was shoulder contact to the head from Josh King. Nothing was done. Now you get a player from the Cronulla Sharks to go to the HIA bin. It just doesn't make any sense.
Storm 10, Sharks 4, Triple M _NRL. John Barleycorn from Hawthorn East says he's loving the footy on Triple M Melbourne. And that's almost gone through again there. Ball is played back to Grant and then sent to King, who goes straight up the middle. They're getting the offloads away, boys. Munster and Bloor. And Bloor's just his own side of the halfway line. Quick the ball, play the ball, Grant. Munster goes to the centre. Jerome Hughes gets it away then to Eli Katoa, Nick Meaney. Oh, they're running it well at the moment. And he's going to play it 11 metres inside Sharks territory. That is tackle 5, says referee Ash Klein. At the play the ball, it comes back in field to Jerome Hughes. This kick is a big midfield bomb coming down on, Will Kennedy took it beautifully. Storm 10, Sharks 4.
Oh, great set of 6 in the Melbourne Storm there. That second phase really troubling the Sharks' defence. Just allowed them to look dangerous. Harry Grant controlled the ruck, the speed. It was a great set of 6 in the Melbourne Storm after points.
Bob Jane T-Marts, let's go to the sideline. Dan Robinson.
Category 2 head injury assessment for Toby Rudolph. So hopefully we will see him back. But at the moment he's downstairs getting assist.
Here's Brayley running across field. Offloads to Teague Wilton, who's brought down 10 metres his own side of the halfway line. What have we got? We've got 19 minutes gone in the first half. Nico Hines has it now and gets the pass away to Ramian. Ramian's brought down in a good tackle by Howard. He'll get up and play it on tackle 5. Katoa is there at dummy half. Nico Hines now against his old club. A swivelling kick. It's going to bounce very awkwardly, and it does. Trindle has it for the Sharks. Kicks again. Warbrick is there.
He's offside.
And he's offside, Trindle. So Melbourne get a penalty.
It's really uncharacteristic errors from Blake Brady tonight. I think he's hit the deck 3 times. There's no communication with what the attack's doing. And Nico Hines, one thing I've noticed with him in the back end of this season, his kicks, they've been like what we call pop gun. He hasn't gone with the full follow through, and the kicks are landing really short.
Oh, well, that
was a taught me this time.
Yeah, but that one was off that bounce pass. They got caught in a field position where you don't kick off for a right foot.
Yeah, but when he's kicking the ball, he's not going with the follow through, and it's getting not as much length on his kicks anymore.
Now this is Hughes and King, and Melbourne Storm are 30 metres out. Melbourne Storm 9 of 9 completed, and Sharks 9 of 10. Choice Hotel stats. Hughes, Munster, Meaney is met. We go back inside the Westpac red zone again to get it done. It takes a little Westpac. Munster is there now. Munster has a little run on his own. Gets the pass away to Grant. Utoya Kamanu. Another good offload for Pappenhausen. Then for Grant. Then for Munster. Oh, Utoya Kamanu. He's getting some good balls away, fellas. 9 metres out. Ball is played to Grant. Grant goes right side on his own. Tackle count restarts. Oh, problems for Cronulla here, Wado. As the ball is played back now, it'll come across to Munster. Munster again shows it to Utoya Kamanu. Then goes on his own. Brought down by Billy Burns. 9 metres out from the Cronulla line. He'll get up and play it back on tackle 2. A dummy half there will be Grant, then Liero, then Hughes. Got the pass to Katoa. Eli Katoa. Stopped by Teague Wilton, 5 metres out from the Sharks line, and that is tackle 3. Then at the play the ball, Hughes comes backwards. Links with Jerome Hughes from Grant. Jerome Hughes is brought down. Oh, he's having a good game too. 3 metres out. Played to Grant. Left side now. It goes to Munster. It goes to Sean Blower. Back inside to Munster. Great scramble, Sharks. Tackle 5 says Ash Klein. They're 2 metres out, Melbourne. Played to Harry Grant. Very messy ruck. Referee says play on. Then Munster kicks out right side. Who's out there? Warbrick. Bats it back for Meaney. Meaney sends it back inside. But they make a mess of it. No try, Melbourne. And Cronulla saved the day.
Oh, they're scrambling best there, the Sharks. They had to come up with some big plays. The Storm really
drop out here.
The Storm really troubling the Sharks with their offloads. Itoy Kamanu late offload. Yeah, it looks as if Braden Trindle was knocked that dead on the offload in, but that was all hands on deck there. They did well not to concede a try. Just the offload.
I can't believe that was a dropout. He's
changed his mind. 20-metre restart.
But for me, it's the work of Ronaldo Mulatala. He could have went up and gone and contested the ball in the air, and we know Warbrick was just looking to knock it back. He waited for Warbrick to knock it back, then makes a good shot on Nick Meaney, which forced him out. So that's a huge play, and that's a huge bullet dodged.
Now, Katoa has it for the Sharkies. Played to Brayley. Brayley got it away to Ramian. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Storm 10, Sharks 4. 18 minutes left in the first half. The dummy half is Brayley again. Ducks out a dummy half. Oh, he looked to offload. And he'll play it just his own side of the halfway line. Back then to Ramian again. Got to Munster. Got away from Munster. Ramian. Went to the centre. Offloaded to Jesse Calhoun. Calhoun is brought down by Eli Katoa. 11 metres inside Melbourne's territory. And from the left they go Trindle. And left again to... Is it Teague Wilton getting up to play at 21 metres out? Back to Brayley, back to Trindle. Trindle gets it to Aden Fanua-Blake, who is met by King and brought down 15 metres out from the Melbourne line, and that is tackle 5. Short side, Trindle has it, puts a little kick in, picked up beautifully by Pappenhausen, who gets away from a couple before they bring it.
That is silky skill for Ryan Pappenhausen. He was coming across to sort of make an extra defender and try cover up. But Braden Trindle slicks a nice little kick and off balance scoops it up with one hand. What a play from Pappenhausen.
And now this will be Nick Meaney, who is going to play it back for Pappenhausen again. Then it goes to Xavier Coates. 38 tries from 41 games at this venue. There is a Triple M Choice Hotel stat. In fact, it's 41 tries in 38 games. Jerome Hughes kicks it and finds a little bit of space. It'll sit up for Katoa. Katoa will get the pass away to Kennedy. No, he won't. What are you looking at me for? Don't you ever make a mistake, Paul?
I make a lot of mistakes, but you seem to write them down and bring them out every time we commentate.
Shut up,
Mr. 38 and 41.
Idiot. Here we go. You're giving me a pain in my ass. It's played to Mulatalo. It's played to Kennedy. Kennedy goes right up the middle, straight through the traffic, brought down in a good tackle, 15 his own side of the halfway line. Bailey got it away to Nico Hines, and then it went to Ramian. 10-4, Melbourne lead the Sharks on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. We're at the halfway line. Calhoun, and then for Aden Fanua-Blake, who's going to be met by King and Stefano Utoya Kamanu, and brought down about 11 metres inside Melbourne's end of the field. That is tackle 5. Very fast game of football. Trindle kicks it on the last. Warbrick is there. Warbrick doesn't get anywhere near it. It's batted back and knocked on by Nico Hines. Melbourne ball. How do you feel, Wado?
It's a fast game of football, Maroon. I think as a Sharkies man, Melbourne doing a wonderful job winning the ruck. They're fighting hard, holding their feet. And then when the Sharks are running, they're controlling that, play the ball, and that's what they do so well. Need to stick at it, be persistent with it. Mulatalo creating half an opportunity there, chasing that kick. Nico unable to handle it, but that's the blueprint.
Now, Melbourne, again, working it out from their own end. Nick Meaney, Triple M _ NRL. Boss the truck, he says, I'm listening to you guys just outside of, I think you say Kalonga. Oh, Munster. Forward. Then it went to Howarth. Howarth got it away, but the referee has seen a forward pass to Bloor, and that was Wado banging the desk with his head.
It was a great play. The play was on, and Munster sort of fooled everyone. There was inside pressure, I think, from Billy Burns. He went the wrong man. It was a great play, but it was a forward play. There's been about 3 or 4 of these line ball passes. That one's just gone that little bit forward.
Well, they dodged a bullet there because it was a magic act from Munster. The big show.
He's a genius.
He got Braden Ueli and he got Nico Hines. Just completely stalled him in his defensive pattern. Got to the outside. Just that last pass from Howarth, the coach. And if that had been executed, boy, a coach in the backfield, look out.
So now, Sione Katoa is 30 metres out from Melbourne's line. Melbourne lead 10-4. Played to Brayley, Jess Calhoun. Here's the freshman out there. The newer, improved, slimmer-looking Brandon Hamlin-Ueli is 20 metres out. Played that, out of dummy half, Brayley. Beautiful yards. A boot's gone flying. That's classic Braden Brayley. And then he gets taken in a high tackle, and the penalty goes to the Sharks.
Every time there's been a one marker or one marker's just offside, Brayley has absolutely taken off tonight. It was a high shot. Penalty only, really, but it was a tackle that needed to be made by Pappenhausen. If he doesn't make that high shot, it's a try.
A couple of heavyweights coming together there, Brayley and Pappenhausen.
Now Hamlin-Ueli will play it to Blake Brayley. Right side, Nico Hines numbers again. Oh, they've made a mess of it. It's come down. It's a penalty. It was tackled without the ball. Cronulla get a penalty. 5 metre. Jesse Ramian said it should be a penalty try. Send him to the bin. Something.
It was a great play. It's sort of a double pump from Hines. And it looked like Coach, he read it, but then he sort of jumped up. Look at that. He thought it was going to be a Harbour Bridge pass over the top. And in the same reaction, he makes the tackle on Ramian before he even catches the ball.
So, tap by Brayley. Billy Burns, 9 metres out. Melbourne 10, Cronulla 4. To the centre of the park now for Calhoun, who's going to be met by King, and so too the defender there is Harry Grant. They're 1 metre out right in front of the post, Cronulla. Brayley goes left, numbers out here. Trindle. Oh, there might have been obstruction. There was. You can see that from the moon. And Melbourne get a penalty, 5 out from their own line.
Well, they created too much space, really. Blake Brayley deep into the line. Took Aden Fanua-Blake, which sunk. He just had to run straight. The hole was there for him. Eli Katoa had actually committed on his inside shoulder to Aden Fanua-Blake. There was so much space for Braden Trindle. He just overcomplicated it, tried to get another play on and just messed that up completely.
Okay, down to the sideline for Bob Jane, Dan Robinson.
Sione Katoa seems to be favouring a shoulder. It sort of happened after the penalty was blown before. So keeping on Sione Katoa, also can confirm that Stefano's come to the bench, an excellent 27-minute stint. He's been replaced by Alec McDonald.
Okay, _NRL. Ball comes back across to Liero. It goes then to Munster. Munster gets away from 1 and 2 and 3. And he's gone right through. He's been dacked, but he's still going. And he's brought down 2 metres out. Oh, Munster's cut him to ribbons. Played back to Grant. That's a quick play, the ball too. It comes out to Liero. Liero gets it away then onto Pappenhausen, who steps inside 1 and 2. Oh, they've opened him up a couple of times, Melbourne. 5 metres out at the play the ball. Munster again. He got it away to Bloor. It's the last play. They throw a speculator back in field. McDonald, Pappenhausen, numbers to the right now. It comes out for Meany. Meany for the line, and they stop him just short. What about the scramble? What a game.
This is footy at its best, lads. This is unbelievable. From the attack, unbelievable. Munster slices through. Then the defence from the Sharks to rev up. Oh, and they've got a penalty. What a play from Mulatalo. Talk about it, mate. Ashley Klein needs to take the pee out of the whistle, I think.
There's only 10 minutes to go in this half. That's how quickly it's scored.
There's been 10 penalties in 30 minutes of football, Wade, and 2-6 again.
What about Munster? How he started this match. He was unbelievable then. A show and go. Just confused the Cronulla defence again. Slices through. Desperate defence and scramble. They saved themselves. Boy, oh boy, this is some good footy, Maroon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 10 penalties in 30 minutes of footy on the Triple M Choice Hotel stats. Choice Hotels, get more for your money. Check in more, get the lowest price guaranteed. ChoiceHotels.com. Sifar Talakai. No, it's Oregon Kafusi, I beg your pardon. Teddy's own side of the halfway line. Brayley, now that's Talakai. And Hamlin Ueli up toward the halfway line. And he's going to play it right on the halfway. Triple M _NRL. Troy from Cronulla Pools says, can you give Cronulla Pools a plug? There you go, Troy. Here's Hines. Oh! He's gone right through Burns. Gets it to Ramian. Now it goes out to Katoa for the corner. Wow. Katoa gets there. The Saviour coach couldn't stop him. And he reached out and scores his second try. Oh, what a game. Storm 10, Sharks 8.
Oh, Billy Burns, what an impact he's having on this final series. Playing so good that he's keeping an international in Britain Nakora on the bench. Here's an example why Nico Hines, it's just one-on-one, gets Munster a little bit interested. Billy Burns blows straight through the hole, good enough to find some support in Jesse Ramian. And then we mentioned Katoa, his finishing ability. Coates, he mowed him down, he made the tackle, but he was good enough to slip through it.
I'll tell you what, Wade, if I'm the captain of the Cronulla Sharks, I'm going to go blow up the referee. You watch Harry Grant come sliding in with some knees once Sione Katoa scores a try. We're watching the replay right now. He comes there, no right to do what he did, and he comes flying in with some knees. That's not a good act of the football. That's a poor play from the captain of the Storm. Look, that is poor play.
Get me the ears. I'll send a message down over to Fitzy.
But you know what? For Fitzy, it was a great substitution. He brought on Oregon Kafusi and Sifar Talakai, and they started the momentum with that set. The first 2 carries, they got him on the front foot and opened the game up, which gave Nico Hines no line speed to make a really good pass for Billy Burns.
Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Storm 10, Sharks 8. This kick is 42% on the Triple M Pertec kick predictor. 9 to the break, 2 tries apiece. 10 penalties in 32 minutes of football. Sione Katoa did so well. Xavier Coates would have thought he just cleans him up and gets him over the sideline. But Katoa, the quiet achiever, scores try number 2. And it's up Cronulla here at Melbourne.
I thought we got rid of that foul play. There was a certain fullback in a certain purple colour. He's still all the time.
Oh, yes, you just couldn't help yourself.
Oh, mate, I'm saying, Ashley Klein, doesn't he know the rules?
Now 42%. Triple M Pertec kick predictor. Nico Hines is on the sideline. Here comes Nico. It's straight and it's strong and it's away to the left. So Storm 10, Sharks 8 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Mitre 10 and Home Hardware are backing our tradies by putting on the huge tradie brekkie. It's free, so grab your mates and come grab a feed. It's all happening Friday, September 19. See the website to find a local brekkie near you.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the news just keeps getting better for the Sharks. Not only have they got the second try on the board, but Toby Rudolph has passed his HIA and he's back on the field. It's a big moment in this game. The Sharks bench has been so good. You mentioned Kafusi's out there, Talakai. Now we've got Rudolph back on the field and the Storm lose Stefano. A key 8 minutes coming up before the break.
85 run metres for Utoya Kamanu on the Choice Hotel stats. Now it's Kennedy. And then it's Toby Rudolph, and he's met by McDonald. What a game we got. What a game of football. 9 minutes left in the first half, 10-8. Melbourne lead Cronulla. Now the ball is with Oregon Kafusi, and he's brought down 20 metres out from his own try line. Brayley gets into dummy half, gets a pass away then on to Ero. And Ero is met by some good Melbourne Storm defence, 20 short of the halfway line. Then Brayley, then Sifa Talakai. Here goes Big Sifa. And that's tackle 4. We'll play it then to Brayley. It'll go to Toby Rudolph. And now the Sharkies, good set after points. They're on the halfway line on tackle 5. Nico Hines will kick this one. And it's going to come down for Pappenhausen. 10 out from his own line. Gets the ball away to Will Warbrick. Warbrick is met by Teague Wilton and stopped about 18 metres out from his own line. So 8 minutes left in the first half. Played to Pappenhausen. Now Xavier Coates bumps off one. And he's going to play at 25 his own side of the halfway line. He's lost the ball.
I challenge.
Penalty Melbourne. Penalty Melbourne. Woodsy.
I challenge that.
Yeah, nice here.
He's got up trying to play the ball too quick.
Rack interference. Let's go.
All right. Penalty Melbourne.
Unbelievable. 11 penalties in his first half of footy. He's still got 7 minutes to go.
Geez, you know what? You're whinging even by your standards. You're whinging a lot today. Here's Grant.
Shouldn't be refereeing this game.
Munster. Here's Hughes. And then it's Eli Katoa. Just his own side of the halfway line. The Melbourne Storm lead the game by 2. Grant is there now. Alec McDonald gets away from Toby Rudolph, brought down just inside Sharks territory. Then it's played to Grant again, given to Hughes, given to Munster. Munster. Oh, he's looked good. He's looked dangerous this half. Ooh. Now the ball is played back to Grant, and then it's Kamakamita, 25 metres out on tackle 4. And then it will be played again to Harry Grant, who got it away to Munster, who again looks dangerous with the ball, looks to flick it out the back door. And again the Sharkies inside the Westpac red zone and tackling their backsides off. Last tackle, Jerome Hughes. He kicks out left. Up goes Sione Katoa. Up goes Xavier Coates. Coates comes down with it. And he's brought down changeover Cronulla ball. How you feeling, Woodsy?
It was a really good kick there. Just didn't have enough distance on it. If it goes 2 metres forward, Coach can make that catch and then just dive over the try line. But it was a really good blocking play from Jesse Ramey. He sort of just restricted Coach to get a real good clean catch.
Now Cronulla are 5 out from their own line. Brayley, then Ero once again is brought down 11 metres out. 10 points to 8, Melbourne lead Cronulla. We'll have a look at some of those stats as soon as we can. Ronnie Mulatalo now. Completion rates, Melbourne 14 of 15. Sharks 16 of 18. Penalties are 6-5 Sharks. Tackles, Melbourne 124, Sharks 114, about even there on the Choice Hotel stats. Now this is Toby Rudolph, 15 his own side of the halfway line on tackle 5. Trindle from inside the 40. This kick is going to bounce up for Will Warbrick to charge onto it. Warbrick charged onto that, and so will play it just 11 metres his own side of the halfway line.
Yeah, I like that. Nice positive play from the Melbourne winger. Trindle looking to find touch, maybe slow the game down. Warbrick liking where it's at, keep the ball in play, straight back at the Sharks' defence.
There's Pappenhausen, took the line on again and brought down just inside Sharks territory. Grant's a dummy half. Then it's Trent Liero. Liero is brought down by Toby Rudolph. And so too Sifa Talakai. But this has been a good set for Melbourne. It's Munster. Little kick over the top. Pappenhausen's there. Pappenhausen kicks it through. And I think he's got there first. And I think he's scored, Pappenhausen. He has. A little trick play. And Melbourne score under the posts.
Oh, again, just the key playmakers from the Melbourne Storm. Ruck recognition, IDing the cues in the Sharks' defence. He noticed Will Kennedy into defensive line. Harry Grant Munster, early kick, just gets it right. Enough depth on it, skill from Pappenhausen, toes it forward, wins the race.
Oh, it's great footy from the spine members, like you said. It looked like they were going to do a run shape, but it must be a call from Pappenhausen because he sort of straightens up. They recognise that Will Kennedy's an A defender, which is the first one close to the ruck. and it's the second little soft, deft touch that he does. We watch a replay. It's a try. It's great work from Pappenhausen. That's the difference with having a fullback like Ryan Pappenhausen in your squad. He can finish those. You get just a little peak, he can put you away.
Well, it's the confidence to call that play too. Some players might see Will Kennedy in the line. You've spoken about it at training, but then when you get the cue, you don't call it in the game. Pappenhausen's so confident. Munster so confident.
How good's Munster be?
They got the look that they recognised, and they just delivered. I'll tell you what, maybe Melbourne are the favourites after seeing Munster answer Nathan Cleary's performance here tonight.
Nick Meaney, 99% per tech kick predictor. And he has the extras, so Melbourne all of a sudden looking good. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8. Bob Jane T-March down to you, Robbo.
I'll tell you what, I feel like a lot of the talk in the build-up to this week has been about Sunday afternoon at Suncorp, but boy, have we got a great game on our hands here. The 37 minutes has gone like that. Cameron Munster, he is on tonight. He had that look in his eye famously in Origin 2 over there in Perth. I reckon he's got it tonight. He's playing some unbelievable football and throwing some overly elaborate dummies, which the Sharks defence seems to be falling for.
4 line breaks Melbourne, and they've turned him into tries too. 3 tries for Melbourne on the Choice Hotel stats. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8, and we are 3.5 minutes short of half time. As always, Triple M doing it for Maccas as the kickoff comes down for Jerome Hughes. It's crunch time with the new McCrispier from Maccas. A new soft bun, new creamy ranch sauce, chicken breast fillet, and a new crunchier coating. Try it for yourself. The McCrispier today, available after 10:30 a.m. Ball is played to Grant, given to Munster. 15 his own side of the halfway line. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8. Liero now. He charged into Teague Wilton. He's brought down just his own side of the halfway line, and then a dummy half. Grant will go to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen is brought down by Billy Burns, and so too Stifatalakai. It's tackle 5 on the halfway. Jerome Hughes' kick going to cause a bit of drama for Kennedy, who takes it on the full. He gets away from one, but then Sean Bloor brings him down. And he'll get up and play it back to Nico Hines. Then it goes to Ramian. So we've got 2 minutes and 15 left in the first half. Hines is there. Ero now for Cronulla. Who is going through to the grand final? Who is going through to play Brisbane or Penrith on Sunday of next week? Toby Rudolph meets McDonald, and he's brought down 20 metres his own side of the halfway line. And that is tackle 4. And Talakai got it away to Billy Burns. Burns got it back to Brayley. Brayley then offloaded to Kennedy, who got it to Trindle. And then Trindle got it away to Ronnie Mulatalo. And Mulatalo got the pass to Ero. And it looks good. It looks good. Back to Kennedy down the middle of the field. He needs support. Kafusi now switches it back to Trindle. Trindle gets it to Toby Rudolph. And Toby Rudolph gets caught just inside Melbourne territory. They threw it around a lot. They didn't get far. Trindle on tackle 5. Down it comes. Up goes Warbrick. Takes it beautifully. Big Willie Warbrick straight through 1. And then stopped by Nico Hines 23 metres out.
I've loved the intent from Will Warbrick tonight. He's gone after the catches. He's got every time there's been a high ball. Well, like you said earlier, Wader, the ball could have rolled in the touch, give a breather, but it's the positive intent to keep the ball in play and attack it.
There's Howarth now, and Howarth will play at 10 metres his own side of the halfway line. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8. On the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard, Munster, it went to Hughes, and then Meaney, and Meaney's taken by Ero. Did well to bring him down. Right on the halfway line. 50 seconds left in the first half. Munster again, then for Alec McDonald. McDonald took the line on, and maybe they set for a field goal here, do they? Tackle 5. It'll go across to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes' kick on the last is high. It's coming down in the middle of the field. It's taken on the full by a Melbourne player. It's still alive. It's Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen. He needs support, but he's thrown it to Billy Burns, who gets it away to Ramey, and so Cronulla have the ball, and Ronnie Mulatalo is met by Howard. But it feels like half-time needs to come pretty quickly for Cronulla. Kennedy is there, and then it goes across to Sione Katoa, and Katoa will take the tackle. 18 his own side of the halfway line. 3 seconds left in the first half, and the siren will sound in the background. There it is. So, hang on. He's called time off, has he? With 1 second to go. No, it's half-time. I thought he's called time off with 1 second to go. Half-time, Melbourne 16 lead Cronulla 8, 3 tries to 2. But it does just feel a little bit like Melbourne are just a little bit better, particularly toward the back end of the first half. Storm 16, Sharks 8, your call team. All thanks to Seabus Super making hard work pay off. Wade Graham, Aaron Woods, Dan Robinson and Anthony Maroon. And as always, Triple M NRL is Kareem Hot Water. If your hot water needs replacing, go for the one that's steady, hot and strong. And ask your plumber to install a Ream. Crunch time with the new McCrispy from Macca's. Storm 16, Sharks 8, as Triple M rocks the finals.
Shut up! The foot is on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
Halftime for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales drive.
Protect precious with GIO. GIO.com.au.
Grant's Triple Wood Scotch Whisky is aged in 3 types of wood: virgin oak, American oak, and bourbon refill. And these 3 types of wood are what gives Grant's Triple Wood its smoother, richer taste. It's great with cola and even better with friends. Grant's Triple Wood Scotch Whisky. Triple Wood for a smoother, richer taste.
Please drink responsibly.
Bunnings Trade is here to help trade customers with quick quotes and pricing on a wide range of supplies, plus stock inquiries, delivery updates and more. Call Trade Assist on 134872 or jump online and we'll help you get what you need fast. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
It's crunch time this final series thanks to the new McCrispy from Macca's. It's just like the original McCrispy but with a new soft bun, a new creamy ranch sauce, 100% Aussie chicken breast fillet and a new crunchier coating. So, actually, maybe not like the old one at all. Experience the crunch of the new McCrispy today, you know where, at Macca's, and it's available till 10:30 a.m. Get to Macca's and try the new McCrispy.
It's final season, and footy's the talk of the trade site, especially if your team loses. Whether you're working hard or barracking harder, you don't want your gear to be cracking under pressure. That's why at Totally Workwear, we stock the brands you can count on in big moments. Brands like Fuse, FXD, Anthem and NXP Workwear. So this September, pull on the boots and wear your jumper with pride, because it's game on at Totally Workwear. Love your work.
This month on Disney Plus just got bigger. FX's Alien Earth is coming in for landing. Save yourself. Now streaming. And strap in for Marvel Studios Thunderbolts, streaming August 27th.
This could get messy.
This month is Out of This World on Disney Plus.
Righto, lads, I'll be back in a bit. Just got to do my tax.
But it's your round, mate.
Don't worry, I'll only be a sec.
With H&R Block, you can do your tax return online with an expert, anywhere, anytime, with a maximum refund guarantee.
Here you are, lads. I bought this with the $653 extra that H&R Block got me.
This tax time, maximise your refund online with an expert at hrblock.com.au. Maximum refund guarantee.
Halftime for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales drive.
Protect precious with GIO. GIO.com.au.
Shut up! The foot is on Triple M!
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Beacon Trade's backing your next install. Fans, lighting, electrical, sorted. Join now at beacontrade.com.au.
Welcome back. It's a beautiful, clear night in Melbourne, and it's a packed house at Amy Park where Melbourne lead Cronulla by 16 points to 8. And they've made a couple of good line breaks. I feel like, Wado, can I be honest with you, mate? I feel like it could be worse than 16-8.
Oh, 100%. I agree with you. The Sharks, they had to scramble to save some tries. I don't know whether it's, the week off or, just their experience. Melbourne, they look a little bit stronger, look a little bit faster. They're winning the collisions, and the offloads are causing the Cronulla Sharks defensive line all sorts of issues. They haven't had much opportunity, Cronulla, but they've shown that when they do get field position, they can cause their own problems for the Storm defence. But at the moment, Melbourne, basically all one-way traffic, and the Sharks have done well to hold on it. I think half-time came at a good time for them. Craig Fitzgibbon can get there, settle them down, let them know some things to work on. Obviously, the collision and the offloads are killing them the most, and the discipline both ways. Ashley Klein, he's blown 11 penalties in one half of football, a semi-final.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But for me, it's the Storm 9-7-6-1. They have been outstanding. Munster is just, it's like the origin form. It's just, wow, like, he goes to the line, looks like he's going to drop the ball under, then he shows, and he just dummies, pulls it back in. He's got the Sharks' defence at 6s and 7s. Like, honestly, they've scored 16 points, but the Sharks' defence has done well to only leak 16. There's a couple of line breaks where they really just got back on the line, only just not to give away 6 again, and they've held him out. But the start from Stefano Turkamano, wow, he was just, from that first kick-off, he sort of got put on his back a little bit, but then after that, he got him on a roll, and then that like you said, Wade, in the core, the Sharks' defence started to get a little bit loose, and then they just started to get a little bit freer, then the balls were coming out, they were popping it out, and that's what brought the Munsters, the Hughes into the game. Little couple of show and goes after making back-to-back tackles, and there was a bit of fatigue that crept in.
Well, that combination, we knew Hughes had been out with question marks around his fitness. Tick, tick, tick. Houghton was in that first half.
He's sweet.
Pappenhausen on point, exactly where he needs to be in a prelim, and Munster has been the best player on the field.
Okay, well, it's half-time. Melbourne 16 lead, Cronulla 8. Who is going through to the grand final next week, Sunday week, to play either the Broncos or Penrith? But at the moment, it really does look like Melbourne are in the hot seat. They lead by 8. Maybe they come back, get an early try. Hopefully, Cronulla can come back at them. But we'll find out in about 3 minutes as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
Well, indeed, hot water, not great. Go for the one that everybody does. Install a Ream. Have you got time for this ad, Woodsy? Because I see you're waving to those 2 young ladies that are standing outside the commentary box. And quite frankly, it's one of the creepiest things I've seen in 15 years.
Well, the funny thing is that I thought... You thought I was tearing. Your nipples have just got a lot larger, so I might have to get you under the Ream to sort of cool you down a little bit, brother.
You are a creep, mate. Ream has comprehensive water heaters, continuous flow solar and heat pump high efficiency options. 12 years on the most advanced Ream hot water heaters. What do you do, Woodsy?
You ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Half-time for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales try.
Protect precious with GIO. GIO.com.au.
Harvey Norman loves the footy finals. It's game on in store now. Score a bargain with up to 40% off selected floor stock and clearance lounges, dining and bedroom furniture. Buy a Tempur Breeze mattress and receive bonus Manchester pack worth $699. Hot deals on TVs and technology. Save over $1,300 on 65-inch LG OLED AI TV. Save $600 on HP OmniBook Copilot Plus PC with OLED screen. Best brands, best range, best prices. Harvey Norman hot deals on now. Conditions apply.
Beacon Trade's got lighting, electrical and fans for every job, because a good team makes all the difference. From install day to the final switch, we've got your back with real support and stock that's ready to go. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
This is the sound of hard work. This is the sound of making easy work out of hard work. For over 40 years, Spitwater pressure cleaners get the tough jobs done, and done fast. Find your nearest dealer at spitwater.com.au. Spitwater, working as hard as you since 1982.
Righto, lads, I'll be back in a bit. Just got to do my tax.
But it's your round, mate.
Don't worry, I'll only be a sec.
With H&R Block, you can do your tax return online with an expert, anywhere, anytime, with a maximum refund guarantee.
Here you are, lads. I bought this with the $653 extra that H&R Block got me.
This tax time, maximise your refund online with an expert at hrblock.com.au. Maximum refund guarantee.
This month on Disney Plus just got bigger. FX's Alien Earth is coming in for landing. Save yourself. Now streaming. Strap in for Marvel Studios Thunderbolt, streaming August 27th.
This could get messy.
This month is Out of This World on Disney+. How do you feel? I feel like a Tooheys. The game's on, the team's ready, and it's time for a Tooheys. Whether you're cheering on your team at the stadium or watching with mates at the pub, nothing beats the legendary refreshment of Tooheys. Proudly born right here in New South Wales, Tooheys is all about the spirit of bringing people together, whether you're celebrating an epic win or commiserating a crushing defeat. So next time you're at the pub or bottle shop, grab a Tooheys and raise a glass to the team that's bringing you together. Drink responsibly.
Halftime for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales try.
Protect precious with GIO. GIO.com.au.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
First half highlights for Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
There's Grant at dummy half, then Liero, then Hughes, then Meany, then Numbers. Meany, he got it away to his winger, and Warbrick goes over in the corner. Ash Klein likes it. It was classy. Jesse Calhoun for the line. It stopped millimetres, literally millimetres short, right in front of the post on tackle 4. Then it goes to Brayley at dummy half. Hines, Kennedy, quick hands needed. Katoa for the corner. And Sione Katoa scores for the Sharkies. And he gets the offload away to Jerome Hughes. He's gone right through. Jerome Hughes has gone right through. He's going to score. Oh, what a try. Don't worry about the forearm. Jerome Hughes plants it down. He's gone right through Burns. Gets it to Ramian. Now it goes out to Katoa for the corner. Oh, wow. Katoa gets there. The Saviour coach couldn't stop him. And he reached out and scores his second try. Oh, what a game. But this has been a good set for Melbourne. It's Munster. Little kick over the top. Pappenhausen's there. Pappenhausen kicks it through. And I think he's got there first. And I think he scored Pappenhausen. He has. A little trick play. And Melbourne score under the posts. Half time. Melbourne 16 lead Cronulla 8.
Grab Triple M NRL daily all week on Listener and drive home with Triple M's Rush Hour.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's. Triple M rocks football.
Welcome back to the game, and of course the highlights as always thanks to our friends at Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. At Triple M_NRL. Vass from Cooma says, Wado, if the Sharks lose, don't have a sook.
Pretty blunt.
Vass, easy mate. Honestly, Leone from Belconnen says, Woodsy, you're a little bit more whiny than usual. Oh, whiny, that's a good word. Thanks, Leone.
Thanks, Leone. Get your English done properly, eh?
She says you're a little bit more whiny.
Whiny.
I would agree with that.
I'd agree too. And I was a little bit whiny to break too, because you sort of told us this story that had no point whatsoever in the break. I'll never get my 3 minutes back ever again.
Oh, it did have a point to it.
Listen to that story that you just told.
He asked me.
Dead set.
What? I'll convey the story. Don't worry. Here's Dan down on the sideline. Dan.
Well, there's a rumour floating around the sideline, boys, that maybe Blake Brayley from the Sharks was injured in the pre-match warm-up. May have injured an ankle, we believe. So keep an eye on that in the second half. He did start slowly, did Blake. A few wayward passes from dummy half. So the rumour down here is maybe an ankle injury to Brayley suffered in the pre-match warm-up, which is currently playing through at the moment.
Thank you, Robbo. So there's a Channel 9 cameraman with the nickname Chainsaw, who I worked with at Win TV about...
You're going to tell this story.
I am, yeah.
Do we have to go again, do we?
Yeah, I worked with him at Win about 30-something years ago. And these guys asked why they call him Chainsaw. And when I told them, they said the story was boring. Well, I didn't ask you, you asked me why, Aaron. So that's why.
Okay, I didn't ask you.
Well, one of these idiots asked.
I don't think our listeners want to hear these stories.
I've actually got a tweet. Triple M underscore from Stemo Magpie. Maroon, I don't care about your bloody stories.
Listen, mate. I don't know how we're getting home back to the hotel, Wado, but he's not coming with us, okay? What do you think, Soap? Can I be honest? I think your mob are gone.
I think, listen, Melbourne Storm, they'll be so pleased at half-time there. They came out here, they started fast, created opportunities, took the majority of them, but I think they would have felt that they left some out there as well because of the scramble of the Shark. They were winning the collision, getting up the field, kicking into good areas, and just making it real hard on the Sharks. Fitzgibbon, I think, would be disappointed with their contact. They're fighting to play the ball. They're just not generating any ruck momentum, and they're letting the Melbourne Storm out of their half too easy. Offloads causing that passive defensive line some issues. So a lot of improvement for the Sharks needed if they want to fight back into this game. This first 10-15 minutes of the second half, so crucial and so important.
All right, Seabus award-winning super, making hard work pay off. They present these expert comments from Wade Graham. Aaron Woods sometimes says something sensible now and then, and so too on the sideline, Dan Robinson doing his bit.
So I'm the only one that sometimes, is it?
Well, sometimes you say, like, toward this time of the year, you start really getting...
I get excited.
Really grinding.
I don't get my stats wrong, but like when Xavier Coates scores 38 tries in 41 games. Right. It was 41 tries in 38 games.
But you see, I immediately corrected myself. So I could have...
You didn't correct it. Chicken White, the producer,
I could have left that out there. No one would have ever known. I mean, I still don't remember what I said. So, anyway, all I know is don't touch me. That's all I know, okay? However we get back to our hotel...
I am going to be side by side.
Why does Charlie White, he books us into a hotel that's 15 miles away. Why does he do that? Why does he do that? And here we go, the kick-off. And it comes down to Trindle, and it ends up with Big Oregon Kafusi. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Brayley, and then Ero, and Ero is taken by Liero, 20 metres out from the Cronulla line, and they trail by 8 as Brayley gets into dummy half. Talakai, Toby Rudolph, met by Kamakamita and driven back. Now to play the ball, it will be Brayley. And now Cronulla are about 25 their own side of the halfway line. 11 penalties in all in the first half. We'd like to see that cut down as Sifa Talakai goes straight into the line and brought down on the last play. Back there for Trindle from inside the 40. Kicks it down to Pappenhausen. And Pappenhausen is brought down by the defence there of Nico Hines. Down to you on the sideline, Dan, for Bob Jane.
Well, that is one change I can confirm. Ashley Klein has gone to the backup whistle. He blew the P out of the first one in that first half. That is one change there. In terms of on the bench, we still haven't seen Britton Nickera for the Sharks. Wishart and Lasata yet to make their way to the field for the Storm.
Good on you, Dan. Dan Robinson on the sideline. Grant, then McDonald. And McDonald is met by Bob Jane. Stop, shop and save at Bob Jane. If you want a free tyre, buy 3, get 1 free. J-Trax tyres, Kumo, Bridgestone. Plus get 25% off Yokohama Geo16 and Geo18 tyres at Bob Jane T-Marks. T's and C's apply. There's the kick from Jerome Hughes. Down for Kennedy. Winner goes through to the grand final. And Kennedy's brought down 15 metres out, played to Trindle. Now Ronnie Mulatalo, and Mulatalo is stopped by Nicky Meaney. 19 his own side of the halfway line, Trindle. Then for Ero. And Cronulla, about 15 their own side of the halfway line. Wilton. What a great crowd. Packed to capacity here. Both games are sellouts in the prelim this weekend. Oregon Kafusi over the halfway on tackle 5. Back there for Trindle to kick again. This is high and coming down, and Pappenhausen takes it beautifully, and Ronnie Mulatalo takes Pappenhausen.
Yeah, it's been a great start for both sides coming out of half-time. Just going set for set. Right in the arm wrestle of the battle. I'm sure both coaches will be loving this to see who cracks first, Maroon.
And Willie Warbrick is brought down by Toby Rudolph. 16-8 on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Melbourne lead. Grant, Xavier Coates got away from Hines. That was a great run from the winger. He'll get up and play it back now. Grant goes left side to get it away to Munster, who then got it on to Howard. And that's a good run from Melbourne. They're 10 metres inside Cronulla's end. It comes across to Jerome Hughes. And this kick goes straight up and down. It's taken on the full by Katoa, given to Meany, who kicks it again. And it comes down for Kennedy, who takes it on the full, gets away from one, gets away from Munster, gets it away from to Katoa, who gets away from one and two and gets up and goes again. But eventually the Melbourne defence stop him about 15 metres out from his own line. Then Trindle and then Ero once again. So far, no penalties in the second half. We like that with 3 minutes gone. And now we'll see Ramian play back there for Brayley, who ducked out a dummy half, took the tackle. Now this will be Trindle to kick it from inside the 40. An attempt at 40-20. Will Warbrick's down there and he's all over it. And he regathers 10 out from his own line, and Will Warbrick will run it back and goes across field and gets away from a couple. And that's a great kick return. Will Warbrick, that's 75 run metres now on the Choice Hotel stats for Will Warbrick. He's a good player, Will. They got good wingers, both these sides, in fact. Here's Eli Katoa now, runs into Teague Wilton and stop 5 his own side of the halfway line with Harry Grant to get into dummy half, and then McDonald goes to the halfway, met by Wilton and stopped right on the halfway line there by Sifa Talakai. At the play the ball, Grant finds some yards out of dummy half. Couldn't offload, knocked it on, penalty. Okay, penalty goes to Melbourne.
It's great work there from Harry Grant. He knew Sifa Talakai was offside, just played around in there, took the advantage, and then he basically, he almost lost it on purpose to draw the penalty. He knows,
It's a pen. That is a penalty, that one. It's very smart, very crafty from Harry Grant. He milked as much as he could, and he got the penalty. It was a penalty, that one.
So this is Munster, and then it's Bloor. It's still Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. 5 gone second half. Grant, Munster, Hughes away from Wilton. And again, Sharkies defend the Westpac red zone to get it done. It takes a little Westpac. Grant comes short side to Pappenhausen, to the line, got it away to Meany. And then they are right where they need to be again, this Melbourne Storm side. 9 metres out and deep to the left. Here's Grant. He got it away to Munster. Munster's going to get caught with it.
Perhaps he's done a shoulder.
And we'll get Dan Robinson to keep an eye on that. Here's Kamakamitha. 5 metres out. Last tackle of the set. Quick tackle count restarts. Played to Grant. Ball goes across now, and this is great defence from Cronulla to hold McDonald out. But Grant goes into dummy half again, gets it away to Munster, Munster to Hughes, Hughes comes right side, Pappenhausen, inside to Meany, Meany can't get away from Teague Wilton, and he'll take the tackle. 10 metres out and 15 in from touch from the Cronulla line. Played to Grant again, given to Jerome Hughes, stepped off the left, still going Hughes, and brought down by Talakai, 6 metres out right in front of the posts. Then it's Harry Grant, then it's Munster, then it comes back inside Alec McDonald, 3 metres out Melbourne, and that is now tackle 4. Little kick through, Harry Grant, chase through, but it goes dead.
I'll tell you what, Maroon, they needed that. The Sharks there, out on their feet. I wouldn't be surprised if Craig Fitzgibbon goes to the bench. I'm sure there was a head clash between Oregon Kafusi, and Billy Burns. They were out on their feet.
There's a bit of claret come from Billy Burns, but that, Melbourne Storm just released the pressure valve straight on the Cronulla Sharks because they had him at 6s or 7s. I don't know why Harry Grant put the grubber through. They were stripped for numbers on the outside.
So Nikora is out there. Adam Fanua-Blake is out there. I'll come down to you in a minute, Robbo, and get an update. Here's Adam Fanua-Blake. And he's 10 metres inside Melbourne's end. Time off.
Billy! Independent doctor.
So, is that Billy Burns?
He's been opened up.
Yeah, Billy Burns going for an HIA. Down here on the sideline, Robbo for Bob Jane.
Bit of chaos for the Sharks because they just made 2 interchanges. Toby Rudolph and Oregon Kafusi made their way to the bench, and now we've got the HIA, which does see Billy Burns go downstairs. He's being replaced by Hamlin Ueli. So a lot of change down here for Cronulla.
Even the poor interchange official from the NRL was under the pump there. He had so many cards, didn't know which one to use.
Here's Hamlin Ueli now. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8, Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. You can't frighten a Triton. Brayley, Trindle, Teague Wilton. And they're 25 metres out on tackle 5. This is the last play of the set. To the left side, Trindle to the line. Ero now is going to be caught. And change over. Melbourne Storm ball 10 out from their own line.
Yeah, Braden Trindle tried to double up on that edge. He's taken Teague Wilton deep into the line. The target, Jerome Hughes, thought he got the overlap. And this is where targeting someone you think is injured can go away from your strength. Normally you play out the back, asks the question of that edge, but just wants to pepper into Hughes. Sort of got tunnel vision there.
Now, Harry Grant got it away there to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen's okay. There was a suggestion of a shoulder injury, but he's okay. Then ball Cat 2, HIA, Cat 2, Billy Burns. Cat 2, Billy Burns. Played to Grant, Kamikamitha. Oh, he slipped into the tackle there of Adam Fanua-Blake. Last tackle, Grant, Jerome Hughes on the last at the halfway line. Up she goes, coming down now, taken on the full by Kennedy, 25 out from his own line, no change. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8.
Just watching Pappenhausen back play, he's with the trainer for a little bit then. It's his left shoulder. He's still struggling to lift it up just that little bit. But yeah, I think they do get through this. It'll be interesting. There's a penalty for Ronau Mulatalo. They needed that one.
So 7 penalties to 6. Cronulla's way, Choice Hotel stats. And good completion rates. Both sides were at 92%. Choice Hotels gets more for your money, so you can check into more. Get the lowest price guarantee when you book direct at Choice Hotels. But it's still Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8. Tapped by Ero, given to Trindle. Trindle got it away to Hamlin Ueli, who is just right on the halfway line for Cronulla. And then Braley goes to Hines, who drops one under for Nikora, and Nikora charged onto that and brought down 10 metres into Melbourne's territory. Played to Braley again. Then it went to Adam Fanua-Blake. That looked forward. To Sifa Talakai. Play on, says Ash Clyde. Talakai is brought down. 21 metres out. Here come the Sharkies. Braley a dummy half. Then for Trindle. Drops one under. Adam Fanua-Blake straight into them. Puts it in reverse. He's only 10 metres out on tackle 4 for Cronulla. Braley, left side Trindle. Left again Teague Wilton. They're right on Melbourne's line. Last play of the set, says referee Ash Klein. Braley, Trindle will kick across the face of the uprights. Fall is going to be knocked dead by Kennedy, and a 0 tackle 20-metre restart for Melbourne. No change, they lead 16-8.
Oh, it's great positioning for Cameron Muncie. Made it really awkward for Will Kennedy to get that ball nice and cleanly, but it just seems the focus is so much on getting the ball down Jerome Hughes' side when they've had so much success down the other edge. It's very interesting. They got their first 2 tries of the night down that right edge, and they just keep coming back to Jerome Hughes on this left.
And this is Will Warbrick. And Munster will get into dummy half. And then it will go out to Xavier Coates. 15 his own side of the halfway line, Harry Grant. Then it went to Sean Bloor. 5 his own side of the halfway line, Grant again, Munster, got it on to Trent Liero, who made it to the halfway line. 29 minutes left in the game, no change from the halftime score. Munster is met by the defence of Adam Fanua-Blake. Harry Grant now gets it away to Pappenhausen. Cronulla and Melbourne, one of them is going to the grand final. Here's Kamikamitha. Picks up a loose ball. Tackle 5 there, 25 metres out. The dummy half is Grant. Short side, Jerome Hughes. Away from 2. Back in field to Munster. He kicks out toward the wing of Xavier Coates. Oh, it's loose in goal. It's cleaned up by Cronulla, and it'll be a goal line dropout. But I tell you what, Xavier Coates almost.
Oh, this is what Melbourne Storm do so well. They just complement each other. Jerome Hughes down a short side. Runs into a dead end, but happy just to bounce back off his right, look to where the ball needs to go, find the space, throws it over to Munster, and then Munster just sums it up. Puts the kick up for Coates, one-on-one. They just come up with the right decisions more time than not.
And there's a short dropout from Cronulla. They let it bounce. Warbrick has it for Melbourne. And back inside the Westpac red zone. Sharks 16, I beg your pardon, Melbourne 16, Sharks 8, Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. The ball is now with Eli Katoa, met by Brayley, met by Adam Fanua-Blake, but they're only 12 metres out Melbourne. They'll get up and play it back. They'll go to the left here, I think, yes, Grant. And then Munster to the line. And then Pappenhausen. He got a little pass away to Howard. Back in field to Pappenhausen. And he's brought down 11 metres out, a couple of metres in from touch. 13 gone second half. The dummy half is Xavier Coates. Back for Munster now. He got the pass away to about 10 metres out.
Lasati's on the field.
Sorry?
Lasati.
The Lasati is out there now. Okay, Grant. And then it goes to Hughes. It's picked up by Meany, given a Warbrick. Away from one. He's dropped the ball. No. In the end, Will Warbrick, he's just coughed it up. He's knocked it on. What happened there?
There was a huge hit from Ronald Mulatana come flying in.
It was Braden Trindle.
Braden Trindle. It's a head clash.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've seen this last week. Starling on Tom Hazelton, a head clash. They were happy for it to play on.
But the week before that, Patrick Carrigan got 10 in the bin.
So Harvey Norman replay. Let's have a look at it. It's Trindle bumping heads with Jerome Hughes at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. So Trindle's okay. Jerome Hughes is bleeding profusely from the mouth, but Trindle's smiling. He's okay. Here it is, Harvey Norman replay. Bang!
It's just a head clash, Maroon.
It's exactly the same as Tommy Starling last week.
Two players at speed. It's a head clash. See,
Braden shoots out of line. Just need to clear any high contact here.
This is exactly the same as Tom Starling on Tom Hazelton last week.
Oh, geez, they're tough football players are tough.
Yeah, what about Jerome Hughes? Just gets up.
He just got straight up. That's what you love about it. He didn't stay down on the ground, try and milk the penalty. He got straight back up. This is probably what's going to help Trindle, I think.
Harvey Norman.
There is high contact. The majority of the force is through the body, but there is high contact, which is a penalty. The captain's challenge will be successful.
Okay.
I don't get that. Doesn't make any sense. Last week, we seen last week, Tommy Hazelton got KO'd from the intent of Tommy Starling coming flying up, jumping, leaving the ground with both feet, made contact with the head exactly, nowhere near as bad. The funny thing is, Jerome Hughes is pointing to his lip. Hazelton was knocked out cold last week.
This is the frustrating thing for fans.
And this one's not on Ashley Klein. This is on the bunker now.
Yeah.
Ashley Klein made a decision to play on during the game, and this has gone back to the bunker because it's the captain's challenge from Melbourne.
And they've won the captain's challenge, and they've got the penalty. 10 metres out, and they're going to take the tap. Grant taps it, gets the ball away to Stefano Utoya Kumanu. 10 metres out and right in front of the post. Melbourne leads 16-8. Grant goes to Munster. Munster is met and brought down 5 metres out from the Cronulla line by Jesse Calhoun. He will get up and play it back. Harry Grant is there now. This is Liero. Liero goes to Hughes. Drops one under. And Eli Katoa has it 10 metres out from the Cronulla line and 20 in from touch. But that is only tackle 3. It's play tackle count restarts, in fact. Jerome Hughes, straight up the middle. And it's the big fella, Stefano Utoya Kumanu, 8 metres out, right in front of the post. At the play the ball, it comes to Lasati. The freshman is only 2 metres out from Cronulla's line. Played to Grant. It's on the ground. It's picked up by Howarth. No, it's not. It'll be 6 again. No, it's going to be knock on. Knock on Melbourne. Cronulla ball. They trail 16-8, and that was a very, very relieving play. Melbourne knock it on. Cronulla have it back.
Yeah, Melbourne just controlling the field position off the back of that penalty. Sharks finding some energy. Yeah, unhappy with the call. Both teams, I think. Melbourne wanted more. They wanted a player in the bin. The Sharks thought...
I agree with Melbourne. If you're going to blow a penalty there, it's reckless. It should be 10 in the bin.
It's either one or the other.
You know what I mean? It's either not a penalty or it's someone in the bin. It's simple as that.
So...
But great defence, great goal line defence from the Sharkies. They really needed to stand up. They gave us 6 again away, but they just kept fighting for that every inch. They kept shutting the gate for each other. They're doing such a tremendous job on the try line.
Celebrate the Mitsubishi Motors 45-year anniversary sale this month. Drive away the Triton GLS 4x4 double cab pickups $56,990 for ABN holders and receive $2,500 cash bonus. That ends September 30. T's and C's apply at Mitsubishi. Cronulla have the ball. Brayley gets the pass away to Big Adam for Noah Blake. Brought down 12 his own side of the halfway line. Plays it back to Brayley. He gets it away to Kennedy. Kennedy to Hines. Hines then to Nicola. Nicola up toward the halfway line. Melbourne 16, Cronulla 8. Played back to Brayley. Nico Hines kicks it from just at the halfway line down to Willie Warbrick and Pappenhausen. Well, there was a miscommunication there, but Pappenhausen caught the ball 22 metres out. They nearly made a mess of that, Woodsy.
Oh, mate, I couldn't believe it. Warbrick's been outstanding under the high ball, and then he was waiting to receive that ball, and out of nowhere, Pappenhausen just takes it off, and they almost have a huge collision.
Now, Xavier Coates, who we haven't seen a lot of today, will play at 11 metres his own side of the halfway line. And then it's played to Grant. Grant got it away to Trent Liero, and Liero is 5 his own side of the halfway line. Melbourne really winning the field position battle as they knock it on a dummy half. Melbourne make a mistake at the play the ball. Cronulla get it back just inside Melbourne's territory.
These are the little wins that Cronulla are having at the moment. Melbourne, they're in all control, but then out of nowhere, Liero just ball plants, gets the ball down, and it sort of just comes free that little bit. And this is what's going to invite the Cronulla Sharks back into the game. They're only up 16-8, but you give a side like the Sharks just that little bit of a sniff, and then anything could happen now, Wado.
Yeah, they're starting to swing the momentum, swing the energy their way. But Melbourne, every time they defended, they look calm. Cronulla a little bit frantic in their attack. They really need a result. Sometimes soon as we see Katoa.
Yes, Katoa, he gets out of a tackle and he'll play at 8 metres inside Melbourne's end. So 16-8 Melbourne lead. Hines is a dummy half, gets the pass away to Nicola. Nicola is met by Utoya Kumanu and brought down 11 metres inside Melbourne's territory. They want to be next to score Cronulla. Brayley and then to Big Adam for Noah Blake. Straight into them goes Adam. 29 metres out and right in front of the post Cronulla. Here's a chance for them. Brayley and then Calhoun and then he got it away to Hines and Hines is brought down. Just outside the 20-metre zone, just outside the Westpac red zone. Played to Brayley, given to Trindle. Trindle's away from one and brought down by Utoya Kumanu. Tackle 5, Brayley, Hines. Oh, he got it on to Nicola. He charged over the line, but I think they've held him up. Harvey Norman replay. What about that for online defence?
Oh, this is what wins you games. Maroon. Desperation defence. Britton Nicola, one of the best hole runners in the competition. He scored these tries all the time. Pappenhausen gets up. Oh,
is that high contact? Is that high contact?
Yes, it's high contact on Britton Nicola. So it's no try.
Is it a penalty try?
There is high contact from Ryan. We'll be playing on, supporting the on-field decision with a penalty.
I was going to say, Wade, did he go a little bit too high as in the ball carrier Britton Nicola get low? It's a hard. I've never been in that situation.
Yeah, mate.
You're a back row, mate. Do you get lower or he's just thinking about getting over the line?
Yeah, he was moving at
this point
at that faster pace. I don't think he had time to make a decision. He just came onto the ball. It's going to be a penalty here.
Yeah,
you take the 2 and
well, it's an option. It's an option. There's points available. I don't know, Woodsy. I think they're feeling it at the moment. But there's been time from the box there for Craig Fitzgibbon.
I'll take the 2. I reckon the game just slowed up a little bit now. You're only going to try behind.
Brayley's gone to the referee. 2 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a shot at goal here. Penalties, by the way, are now 8-7 Cronulla on the Triple M Choice Hotel stats. So certainly 15 penalties in an hour of footy we've had, Woodsy.
Yeah, it's a lot, and then you're throwing 2 set restarts for each team, so there's 4 more on top of that. But honestly, you've got to take a bow, Ryan Pappenhausen and Cameron Munster, to be able to save that try. It looked like Britton Nicola was going to score for all money. He had a great line, which is what he's really renowned for, as one of the best hole-running back rowers in the game. And for Pappenhausen, I know he made high contact, but he had to, Maroon. He saved the try. What an outstanding play from Pappenhausen and Munster.
Now, here we go. Triple M Pertec kick predictor, 98% for Nico Hines to put Cronulla back to a converted try behind. Storm 16, Cronulla 8 at the moment. But here comes Nico, moves in, and adds the points. So it's 16-10 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Down to you, Robbo.
Mayhem. It has been on the sideline in this second half. I can confirm Billy Burns has passed his HIA, so he will return to the field momentarily. The 34th player has now been used for the Melbourne Storm as well, with Tyron Wishart coming onto the field, replacing Trent Liero, trying to add a bit of speed around that middle.
Now, we met your two sons today, Robbo. What are their names?
That was Ollie and Elijah.
And where did you say you live? Druin.
Yeah, Druin. Now it's in the sticks, Maroon.
Yeah, your boys were telling me there's some freaks and psychos around there. Don't worry, they said.
Just in our house, to be fair.
Just in your house. Well, I wasn't going to say. Anyway, Ash Klein says, let's get underway again. And it's kicked off by Nick Meaney. It's 16-10 Melbourne lead Cronulla on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. How are you feeling, Wado?
No, it's good, mate. It's a great game of football, honestly. End-to-end. Some great defence from both teams. This is what we want in a prelim. Two of the best teams throwing down for a spot in the grand final.
And they're 20 metres out. The ball is played then to Brayley. Brayley got the pass away to Jess Calhoun. 21 metres his own side of the halfway line. They lead by a converted try, Melbourne. Here's Kennedy now, away from one. And the boys say they saw a high tackle, and they did. There was a high tackle on the Cronulla Sharks player. And now Cronulla get a penalty, 15 their own side of the halfway line. This is really going to give them some momentum.
This is what we spoke about pre-game with the Melbourne Storm. For as good as they've been this year, and you said why they're the favourites competition, they are the favourites, but they let sides, they just hang a little bit of rope. They still give opportunities to the sides that they're coming up against, and they just let them back into the game.
In fairness, Will Kennedy fast over the ad line. He just got that defensive line for speed then, and you couldn't get your tackle technique right, and just got it slightly wrong. Hit him high, not much in it, but enough for Cronulla to keep this momentum building.
Now this is Cronulla 10 metres inside Melbourne's territory. The ball is played there to Brayley. It goes to Billy Burns. Burns then gives it to Adam Fanua-Blake. Adam straightens things up.
What a run.
Takes 3 or 4 of them with him. And that's Adam Fanua-Blake now. 29 metres out. Played to Brayley. Given to Hines. Then to Trindle. Drops one back inside Hero, who's going a straight across field. Gets away from 1 and 2. Gee, they've had a lot of ball last 10 minutes. The Sharkies now. Ball is going to be played 20 metres out to Brayley. Right side is Nico Hines. Kennedy, Ramien into space. Can't get away from Howard, who brings him down. 16-10, and Sharkies on the attack. Kennedy. Oh, Nico Hines has made a rare error and knocked it on and turned possession back to Melbourne.
See this, Maroon, this was just too many things going through his head at the same time. He knew his fourth play. He wanted to set a play into the post for the last play, but he had players calling to him to kick. He was indecisive. As soon as you're indecisive in these moments, you come up with errors like that. Disappointing from Nico. Disappointing for the Sharks, but they've got to hold on here. There's plenty of time. Still 18 minutes on the clock. Back that error up with some defence.
Now, 16-10, Melbourne will have possession again. There is 18 and a half minutes left in this game. We've got that game for you Sunday too, which is Penrith and Broncos live on the Triple M and Listener Network. Tomorrow, you AFL fans around Australia, we've got that game on Listener as well. At 2 p.m. That's 2 p.m. Sydney listeners. That's the Cats and the Lions. So I've got that right, haven't I, Chicka? 25 metres out. 2:30 they get underway. Ball is played to Grant, then it goes to King. Who do you like, Woodgie? The Catters or the other one?
I like the Geelong Cats in that one, Maroon. They're a good side. Oh, another penalty.
Interference in the play of the ball, Billy Burns, and the Melbourne Storm get the penalty. Who are the favourites, the Catters or the other mob?
The Geelong Cats are the favourites.
Right. Okay.
So Brisbane have sort of had to go the long way around. They didn't get the week off like the Geelong Cats did.
All right. Well, I've got some friends in Geelong. They call them the Catters. So I call them the Catters. There, that's gone into touch. 10 metres inside Cronulla's end. And
Geelong Cats are like the Melbourne Storm. They're just thereabouts every year, Maroon.
Yep. Yeah, like when you were looking for a job at Triple M, you just hung around.
Hang around like a bad smell, and they're going to finally pick you up, son.
Here's Grant at dummy half. Gets it away to Hughes. Hughes got it on the Kamanu. Straight into the defence there. Billy Burns has got him, and so too Jesse Calhoun. 32 metres out, Storm 16, Storm 16, Sharks 10. Here's Pappenhausen, met by Teague Wilton, 20 metres out from the Cronulla line on tackle 3. 17 to go in the game. It is played to Grant. Grant got it away to Hughes. Hughes showed it and then went on his own, and he's stopped by Jesse Calhoun. 15 metres out. There's a converted try in this one. Way too early for a field goal. Grant goes from dummy half. Munster, and then it comes out to Meaney. Meaney for the line. And brought down by Ero. 3 metres out. Last tackle for the Storm. Munster. Hughes will kick out toward the wing of Katoa. Up they go. Katoa takes it beautifully. It's a 20-metre restart for Cronulla. No, it's not. It's play on. It's tackle 1. And now it's tackle 2 for Ero. 10 metres out from the Cronulla line.
Yeah, Ashline right on the spot there. He said Katoa took it from the field of play. It's a big defusal. 7 tackle set would have been was awkward, but tackle.
And now we go to Jess Calhoun. And he will play it 20 metres out. Back there to Brayley. Kennedy, and then Kennedy got it away to Nicaragua. The Storm have gone for the intercept. Surely that's a knock on.
6 again.
Yeah. So to knock on by Howard, so Sharks will get the ball back.
They got really lucky there, the Sharks. It was a forced pass that didn't need to be done from Britton Nakora. Oh, they're going for a captain's challenge here.
I'm not sure if he touched it, would he?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had the sneaking suspicion that Cronulla were playing for that. But I don't know if he got a hand to it. Harry Grant very confident, ran up to the ref straight away.
It's a big captain's challenge. They can get this one.
And
that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to say conclusive, I think, on that one.
I don't think Howard touches that.
I don't think he does either, to be honest.
Just reviewing all angles.
He doesn't get near it. Are your eyes painted on? Are your eyes painted on?
This one angle right there.
Oh, you know what?
There's no touch of the hand. The ball doesn't change rotation. Playing on at this point.
And so this
shoulder for the ball.
It's going to be a Melbourne ball, but it'll still be Howarth was still tackled.
Jones will be successfully tackled one with mutual infringement.
Jack will play the ball. Who's in the bunker?
That's Butler. Chris Butler is the man.
Let me get back.
Now Harry Grant will play it. Will receive it from the play the ball. Melbourne 16, Sharks 10. Then it goes to Munster. Then it goes to Utoya Kamanu. And 9 metres out. And right in front of the post. 16-10 Melbourne. Ball is played to Grant. And then Munster, Jerome Hughes, Eli Katoa. He's dropped the ball, Eli. Penalty Melbourne. Penalty Melbourne. So they're offside, Cronulla. So Melbourne get a penalty. Surely they just have a shot here.
Yeah, definitely Maroon. Take it back out to an 8-point lead. Just a discipline from the Sharkies. Couple penalties there down in good field position. Was that offside in the end?
It was offside, so he's not played the ball on. He's played advantage.
Keep talking through what we're doing.
What's the record?
It was a strip anyway.
What's the record of penalties in the game? We're at 18 with 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've gone through some dark days. You know when they've had crackdowns?
Yeah.
High shots. And anyway, we're going to have Nick Meaney. What about when you thought they touched that before?
I just said it. I said it could be one of those ones where it's not conclusive.
Does Triple M pay you, or are you on some sort of a scholarship? That's
what
I want.
That'll do me.
Are you on some sort of a
That'll do me.
Right. Now, Nick Meaney is 19 in from touch. Triple M per-tech kick predictor. 89% for Nicky Meaney, the former Doggies player, who's really found a home down here in Melbs. Storm 16, Sharks 10, 14 to go. Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Here comes Meaney. That one looks straight and strong and right over the black dot. So Melbourne again lead by a comfortable 8 points. Well, I don't know how comfortable it is. Down to you, Dan, for Bob Jane.
Yeah, I missed this, but Oregon Kafusi has come off and failed an HIA. It was in all the chaos of multiple changes happening at the same time. So Oregon Kafusi gone for the last 14 minutes of this one. And I just have an attendance figure as well. The sellout crowd tonight here in Melbourne, 29,233.
Now, can I ask you, Dan, as a man who lives in Victoria, will you call the Catters, is that what you call them, the Catters?
The Geelong fans call them the Catters. I resist the temptation, but yeah, Geelong, the Cats.
Okay, right. And we call the other mob the Lions.
The Brisbane Lions, that's right, mate.
There's the kick-off, and it's taken on the full by Jerome Hughes, who got it away to Stefano Utoya-Kamanu. Melbourne 18, Sharks 10. Now, who is going to the grand final? Is it Melbourne again? Or is it Sharks for the first time since 2016? It's still anybody's game. It's Grant. Grant got it away to Lasati, and Lasati's brought down by Ramian 21 metres out from his own line. And at the play the ball, Harry Grant sends it inside to King. And King is met by the terrible twins of Adam Fanua-Blake and his twin brother, Sifa Talakai. Then Grant again is brought down 19 metres his own side of the halfway line. Now this will be Harry Grant kicking from inside the 40 down to Kennedy, who takes it on the full. 10 out from his own line. 13 to go, and 8 the difference. Good run from Kennedy, but he's brought down by Eli Katoa. And he'll get up and play it back to Trindle. Trindle will offload then to Ero. Ero puts on a little goosey, and then is brought down by King. 21 metres his own side of the halfway line. At the play the ball, Trindle is there again. Then Ronnie Mulatalo. Ronnie got it away to Nico Hines. Hines got it away to Katoa. Katoa's met by Howard and brought down 90's own side of the halfway line. It's anybody's game. It's Hines. And then they running across field here is Ramian. And he will get up and play it now. About 80's own side of the halfway line. Now Adam Fanua-Blake. Just inside Melbourne's territory. We tick over another minute on the clock. There's 12 to go. Last play. Here's Trindle from 40 metres out. Up it goes. A high kick. Oh, Warbrick again. Comes from the clouds, Woodsy.
That is a great take from William Warbrick. He had all the pressure. Mulatalo was trying to knock the ball back, and he was cool as a cucumber, Maroon. He just stuck it in, and he sucked that one down.
Ball's played to Pappenhausen and given to Xavier Coates. We've seen a wonderful game of football tonight, but we've also seen one of the creepiest things I've ever seen in my life. Aaron Woods waving and smiling to those young ladies on the other side of the glass. It was just something straight out of a current affair. It was creepo. Utoya-Kamanu plays it. Harry Grant gets it away to Jerome Hughes from inside the 40 again, and straight to the breadbasket of Kennedy at fullback. He's at the 20. Now he's at the 30, and he gets it away to Katoa, and Katoa's into space. Sione Katoa over the halfway line before Xavier Coates brings him down just inside Melbourne territory.
Sharks, they can sense the urgency of the contest. They know they need to throw a little bit of caution to the wind, a bit of counter-attack there, get them in a great field position. They need to strike, and they need to strike soon.
There's Hines, Talakai, Trindle. Hero gets away from Meany. No, he doesn't. This is good play, Cronulla. They're 26 metres out. They trail 18-10 on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Brayley back inside for Trindle. And then for Big Sifa Talakai. We go back inside for the Storm to defend the Westpac red zone once again. 18 out, centre field. Brayley goes right and gets it to Calhoun, who got it away to Adam Fanua-Blake. He's hard to stop, Adam. He's 1 metre out, and I think he's dropped the ball. Adam Fanua-Blake. And there's going to be a challenge here.
Previous tackle was 4. Coming into tackle.
Big call here.
Tackling challenge from the Sharks. Disputed the decision of a lost ball. They believe the script.
Adam got out pretty confident. I'm guessing in the collision, one of the Storm players knew they had a little bit of leverage on the ball and just allowed the tackle to take it out. See Utoya-Kamanu, he's got the ball.
I don't think we're going to get it from this angle. I think we need to get it behind.
At the moment, Stefano's locked around the ball, affecting a tackle.
He's holding the ball.
Harvey Norman replay.
This is an interesting one.
They need to go the other angle because he's definitely playing at the ball there.
That's a strip. That's a strip. Harvey Norman replay.
At no point does Stefano move from affecting a tackle. Adams at the hand, then comes off the ball, makes contact with Melbourne, which is a knock-on. The captain's challenge is successful.
No more challenges, Sharks. He's just affecting a tackle, doesn't move the arm.
Do they know what affecting a tackle means, the bunker?
Honestly.
He just said he had his arm locked around the ball.
That's what makes the game hard for people listening, hard for people watching the game, is when the people in the bunker say stuff and they're actually doing the motion of stripping a ball, which is a penalty every day of the week.
Okay.
But again, we'll move on.
Cronulla have burnt their challenge. Melbourne still have a challenge. Harvey Norman replay. Hot deals still wide. TVs, fridges, laptops, mobiles, furniture, bedding and more. Go Harvey Norman. Go Harvey Norman. Warbrick has it. And they still have time, Cronulla. 9 minutes and 38 seconds.
Strong tackle.
Harry Grant. And then for Trent Liero.
Stand ready. Mark straight.
And Harry Grant again at dummy half. This is young Wishart out there. Dan Robinson, down to you, a few changes.
Yeah, Wishart, I gave you some fake news before. He had a card in his hand, but he never ended up coming on. He's just entered the field of play now with 10 to go.
Okay. That's Dan Robinson on the sideline. There's a kick from Jerome Hughes. Straight down into Sione Katoa's arms, which means he storms back, and it means that he will now play at 12 metres his own side of the halfway line. They won't go away, this Cronulla side, but it's been a real Melbourne Storm second half. And now Kennedy gets it a dummy half. Ronnie Mulatalo will come to the halfway line before he's brought down just inside Melbourne's territory, and that is tackle 3. Played to Brayley, given to Trindle. Trindle goes to the centre of the park, gets it to Hines. Hines to Ramian. Ramian is met by Munster, and good defence, Melbourne. They drive him back to the halfway line, and that is 4th tackle. They're starting to, well, maybe run out of time a little bit now, the Sharkies. Here's Hamlin Ueli. Last play of the set for Cronulla. Brayley goes to Trindle. Trindle kicks. It spirals down and they let it bounce. I don't know why. Warbrick picks it up virtually on his own try line. Gets away from one. Can't get away from Nico Hines. Yes, he can. And makes it back to the 10. Will Warbrick run meters? 130.
But they've been tough ones, Maroon, the run meters, and it's how he's done it. It's how he's gone about his business. Like the ball hit the deck then, but picks up, recovers, and gets it back over the 10-metre line.
And it does look like perhaps Craig Bellamy is off to another grand final.
What a record he has over the years. Unbelievable.
Not to mention, this will be 2 in a row. Here's Pappenhausen. And Pappenhausen is on the halfway line on tackle 5. Grant, Jerome Hughes from the halfway, coming down. Kennedy flies up and takes it. 20 metres out. Does that mean you're conceding defeat, Wader?
No, regardless whether they go to another grand final or not, it's a great record to have them here for another prelim. After all the years of success, it's a testament to Craig Bellamy. I know Ivan Cleary certainly over the last few years has put his hand up for one of the greatest coaches of the modern era, but Bellamy, he's above them all in my opinion still.
Now, Ronnie Mulatalo. We go inside the final 7. Melbourne 18, Cronulla 10. Played to Brayley, given to the big fella Braden Hamlin Ueli over the halfway. And this is the last play for the set for Cronulla. Brayley back for Trindle. From 45 metres out, it's spiralling down. Pappenhausen takes it. Takes it beautifully with the pressure on him, and Ronnie Mulatalo lets him up to play it to Jerome Hughes. Then it goes to Will Warbrick. Warbrick charges into Teague Wilton. So 6.5 minutes left. Melbourne 18, Cronulla 10. It's played to Hughes, and then it's given to Xavier Coates, who thinks about flipping it out the back door, and he'll play it on tackle 3. Meany has it for Melbourne. 15 his own side of halfway. Grant. Munster. Last play of the set for the Melbourne Storm. Munster straight through at dummy half. Now looks for support. Gets it away to Blore. Blore gets the pass on to Howarth. Howarth has got Xavier Coates. Coates has got a score in the corner. Coates scores in the corner, and Melbourne Storm are off to the grand final in 2025. 2 grand finals in a row. Just like that, that will be the ball game.
Oh, Harry Grant, you little genius. He realised there was no markers. He just took off. The Sharks were waiting for a kick. He does not let the team take an opportunity. He goes straight through, finds his big man. I think was it Cameron Munster at the back. And then they just shift to the edge. He goes straight to his back, to his centre, Jack Howarth. Jack Howarth just sums up perfect. It could have been An earlier pass, he could have gave Sione Katoa an opportunity to make a tackle on Xavier Coates, but he double pumps, he triple pumps, he holds up, and then hits Xavier Coates at the right time. And then as we see in Xavier Coates fashion, the big dive, and he gets the ball down for probably the match-winning try of the night.
Oh, they just make you pay, which you don't, they? As soon as you get anything wrong in your defensive system, they make you pay. Harry Grant, no markers. He knew it was last play, but he knew that the opportunity was right in front of him, so he just picks the ball up, exploits that space, drags some Cronulla defenders in, and then just promotes the pass out wide where his outside key men can take advantage of the overlap he's created. Melbourne Storm, what a performance. Just a little bit too classy tonight. Took their opportunities. Quality team. Kicked the car. This will seal it. Beyond doubt, Maroon.
Pertek kick predictor. Another one from the sideline for Nick Meaney. Right now, Melbourne 22, Cronulla 10. And as Wado says, this will put it well and truly to bed if Nick Meaney can convert here. Here comes Meaney now. That one's... oh, it's way off target. So they're 2 converted tries behind the Sharks. Down to you on the sideline for Bob Jane. Here is Dan Robinson.
Well, Maroon, we talk about Xavier Coates' try-scoring record. He actually hasn't scored a finals try in 3 years, and what a time to break that little drought. It's an amazing achievement by the Storm side to get back here again. A fortnight ago when they played Canterbury here, they just looked knackered. Both teams looked like they desperately needed that week off. The Storm got it. Of course, they had no buys since round 15. They got that week off. They look fresher, and they're off to another big dance.
Dan Robinson on the sideline for Bob, Jane, T-Marts, who have been with us in the course of 2025. Bob Jane, buy 3, get 1 free. Instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. Short kickoff. Melbourne have the ball. 22-10. So it's not over. 2 converted tries would bring the Sharks back. But the way Melbourne have defended Woodsy, I think not.
Yeah, I can't see it happening now, Maroon. I think Melbourne will just get to the end of the set. Just kick long and just, there'll be 3 minutes left at the end of the set. Look at this powerful charge from Eli Katoa away. You mentioned it before, Craig Bellamy. Wow, what a coach. He's the best coach I've ever seen. And just to be continuously every year at the top of the ladder and to get in the prelim finals, to get in the grand finals, wow, what an achievement.
So the possibility now that we have 2 non-Sydney teams in the grand final. If the Broncos can beat the Panthers on Sunday.
We also have the possibility that after all this year of open competition and excitement about who could get there, we could have a repeat of last year's grand final. Penrith,
unbelievable. And no one would complain about that. So Sharks have the ball now. Wado's conceded defeat. He's going to go home and watch the Ryder Cup and drown his sorrows. And, well, how do you feel, Wado? Are you not?
Sorry, mate. I was just untangling my microphone and twisting it throughout the match. Listen, I'm disappointed for the boys that they didn't get the results tonight, but it was a great charge at the back end of the season. Again, they're in a prelim. Same as last year, they fall short. They fell short to Penrith last year, who went on to win it. Melbourne obviously will have an opportunity to right some wrongs from last year as well.
Here's Ronnie Mulatalo.
They've showed that they've brought their level up, the Cronulla Sharks, but there's still a little bit to go for them at the moment.
Nico Hines, and then for Nikora. Just inside Melbourne's territory. 2 minutes to go. Melbourne 22, Cronulla 10. There's the kick from Trindle. That's a high kick. It's coming down. Warbrick's been so good today. And Warbrick takes that one 18 metres out from his own line. We'll get up and play it back to Jerome Hughes. Forearm is fine. Pappenhausen, shoulder is fine. Aaron Wood's ego is fine. One of the biggest egos rugby league's seen since the great Wendell Sailor. Aaron Wood.
I was going to say, it's not that big, is it?
And also, since I said you were talking to those young ladies on the other side of the glass, a couple of people said they saw you leering. That's the term they used, leering, down at Cronulla this morning.
What does leering mean?
You know, just being a creep.
Okay.
Yeah, just leering around.
I won't say what you got up to in the Qantas Lounge today.
Don't you worry about what I do. You got to get yourself in order. There's a kick on tackle 5, taken on the full by Sione Katoa. And Katoa is going to be caught in a Melbourne Storm cul-de-sac and brought down by Sean Bloor.
No Malachi crunch tonight.
It's too serious tonight. We might see one now. We're looking for there's one.
There we go.
A triple Malachi crunch. This is Adam Fadua-Blake and Trindle. And now numbers. It comes out now for Mulatalo, who's standing on the wing. Ero over the halfway line. And brought down just in Melbourne Storm territory as it's played to Kennedy. It went to Trindle. Trindle got it away to Nico Hines. Hines came back to the left side. Kennedy again. But we're there. It's just too little too late. 33 seconds. The first team into the grand final will be Melbourne as Eli Katoa goes for an intercept and the ball goes over the sideline.
Just counting down now. What an achievement again for the Melbourne Storm. Listen, throughout the year, they showed glimpses of dominating teams. They also showed glimpses of not quite being at their best, but that's all in the past now. They get a shot at redemption going down to Penrith last year in the grand final.
Brayley, Hamlin-Ueli, big Braden Hamlin-Ueli, out of one, out of two. Hot potato stuff, back to Nico Hines. The siren sounds in the background. The ball comes out to Billy Burns. Burns gets it to Ero for the corner. He might get a try. He does. But it will all be just a little bit too little and too late. He does get a try. So good on the Sharkies. They went right to the whistle and get a consolation try right on full time to Ero. And whether or not he'll kick the goal or not doesn't really matter. Storm 22, Sharks 14. Kick to come. But wow. They are not only off to the grand final, Woodsy, but they've got the longer turnaround here, Melbourne.
Yeah, they do. It's 9-day turnaround. They've got the jump on the next two sides, which play Sunday. But it's also they lost the grand final last year. It's a redemption for them now if they come up against the side that did knock them off last year in the Penrith Panthers maroon, or do they come up against a young, fiery, ready to go Brisbane Broncos? So we know that Melbourne Storm are the first ones through to the grand final, and it's exciting. But there's still another game that's going to be interesting to see what their opponent's going to be Sunday week.
It's funny that the 2-day break
doesn't make any sense.
We haven't dealt with it in the past. Well, not that I can remember.
I've never heard of it, mate.
It's a big advantage, in my opinion. Like now, Melbourne, they're here at home. They get straight into the recovery. 48 hours head start on the opposition. They will face eventually.
Well, they declined the kick.
And they've declined the kick. And the full-time siren is Melbourne 22, Sharks 14. So Sharkies, a lot of people listening to us through the Shire. It's been another wonderful year for your club. They have fallen a little short, but it's been another great year for rugby league in the Shire. And Craig Fitzgibbon really has got this mob humming along beautifully. But that's all well and good. We need to concentrate on the winners now, who are going to their second grand final in 2 years under Craig Bellamy, who, as you boys alluded to in the call, is, arguably one of the two best coaches in the history of our game.
100%. What he's been able to do at this club year after year after year. And it's a different journey to what Penrith have done, losing players and sort of elevating guys within the ranks. Craig Bellamy, he seems to be able to pick up players from other NRL clubs who are thereabouts and turn them into superstars. Utoi Kamanu, his stint in tonight, just set the tone in the middle. What a tremendous effort that was. And he's only at the beginning of that journey. He'll get better and better. Eli Katoa, the seasons he's had, Warbrick, these guys. Bellamy just has that little bit of magic dust. He just gets the best out of his players. And again, Melbourne, they probably haven't reached the heights, Woodsy, that they did last year. But what about some of the individual performances tonight? Harry Grant was excellent. Pappenhausen was excellent. Both wingers, both centres. Munster, his first half, I don't know how many tackle breaks he had, but he set up, he was involved or set up at least 2 or 3 clean line breaks. He was so hard to handle, and they're primed for an assault on this premiership that they missed out on last year, but no doubt was a motivating factor for this year.
Okay, let me go down to Dan on the sideline because he's with Xavier Coates.
Xavier, mate, you're back to the big dance. How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling really good. As you can hear, the crowd's into it, and it's great to get a win at Amy Park in a prelim, and heading to another grand final, which is exciting.
It feels like you really needed that week off after the Canterbury game. How did you use that week?
Oh, it definitely helps. I managed to get back and see a bit of my family on the Gold Coast, and we had 2 days off, so I went and seen them there and then come back and got straight back into training. So it was a good use of the 2 days off.
Up to you, boys.
Xavier, Coach Wade Graham, mate, congratulations through to another grand final. Obviously the pain of last year, it would have hurt for a long time, but now you get a shot at redemption. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, feeling really good. Like you said, last year when we finished the grand final, I remember when the siren went off, that feeling of pain and all that hard work throughout the year just felt like it diminished. But it's great to go back to the big dance, but we still got a lot of work to do because we're going up against a tough opponent. No matter if it's the Broncos or Panthers, they're going to be coming out guns blazing.
Xavier, Aaron Woods here, mate. Congratulations for another grand final, mate. You've had an outstanding year with the Queensland, now into the Melbourne Storm. Talk to me. Do you celebrate tonight, or do you have to put a lid on it a little bit and then get ready to preparations for the GF, brother?
I think we got to lower the celebrations a little bit. We'll still, hopefully we can see Belzer with a bit of a smile on his face. I don't know, it might be a bit hard to come by, but I think just a smile from Belzer will do from the boys, and hopefully get ready for the big dance.
And Xavier, anyone in particular that you'd like to verse in the grand final? Would you like to go up against Penrith, who knocked you off last year, or your former club, the Brisbane Broncos?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't mind going up against either or. They're both going to be tough opposition, but the boys will be looking forward to it.
Good on you, mate. Go and enjoy tonight and get ready for next week. That's Xavier Coates down there on the sideline with Dan Robinson. If you've just tuned in, Melbourne have defeated Cronulla 22-14.
What a player, Xavier Coates. Like,
amazing.
And for the Storm to sign him from the Brisbane Broncos, like, he's honestly a cheat code now in this game. Like, you just kick to him in that edge, and you know there's going to be a result, whether it's a try, whether it's a 6 again.
Did you play in that game when he debuted against us at Shark Park?
Yes, I
did. We'll talk to Will and remind us to tell you that story, because it's a brilliant story about Xavier Coates.
Okay, we're going back to Dan, are we?
We are. We've got Will Warbrick down here, Maroon.
Go, mate.
Will, you're emotional after that, mate. That's been an epic journey for you to get back to this game next week.
Yeah. I know it's a bit weird. I haven't really. I've tried not to think about the year I've had too much, and really focus on, just enjoying this week and prepping for tonight. But after that game, I don't know, it's a bit surreal to think that we're going back to the grand final next week, and the fact that I'm a part of it, it could be a chance. So it's sometimes you don't know why things happen to you during the year, and it's a funny thing. The universe works in a funny way, doesn't it?
Well, you missed 21 weeks of football. Did you ever lose hope that you'd be here at this moment again?
Oh, I did, mate. Firstly, the medical staff and the people around me, they said with confidence that I'll get back. The question was, we didn't know when, and 5 months out with no answers, it starts playing on the mind a bit, and you see other people having to retire with similar circumstances. So it's hard not to think about those negative or the worst that could happen. But I'm here now, and I'm really just enjoying being able to play again, mate. And despite winning or losing, I'm just happy to be back on the field. So
up to you, boys.
Will Wade Graham here, mate. Congratulations on the result and getting through to another grand final. Mate, what's happened this season, it is what it is. It's a part of our game, but you're back on the field, you're killing it. Tell us what it feels like to chase a little bit of redemption after the pain of last year.
It's crazy, mate. It's crazy to think that we get another opportunity to go back and try and right our wrongs. So look, I think tonight we'll just enjoy the result tonight. It was a tough game, mate. That second half, we were tested. The whole game we were tested, but that second half the Sharks really put it on us, and I've got to give credit to the Sharks, mate. They've had an outstanding season, especially the past month, so they should be proud.
Aaron Woods here, mate. Congratulations.
Actually, we might have to cut it there. Harry Grant's calling him in, boys, so we'll thank Will for his time.
Good on you,
Thanks,
Dan.
Will.
Thanks, boys, on the sideline there. Thanks, Robbo, for another great job. Melbourne 22 have defeated the Sharks 14 and are off to the grand final. The boys have spoken about it. They got the big turnaround. They'll be joined by Penrith or Brisbane. We'll find out on Sunday. And we'll see you in the next few days on Triple M and Listener of the Wash-Up. Are there any injuries coming out of the Melbourne side? Pappenhausen was favouring a shoulder there for a while, but that seems to be okay. Willie Warbrick was great tonight. That was it. That's him there on the sideline.
Right, what about the return of Jerome Hughes too? Obviously, shoulder issues, surgery post-season, comes back from his broken arm. I'm sure there might be a few teeth a little bit loose after that collision with Braden Trindle. What a trooper, how tough he is, how important he is for this Melbourne Storm, and he was outstanding in his effort tonight, his toughness to get back on the field.
And what about Woodsy, from your point of view, for Cronulla, another prelim? I mean, often we see it, teams playing in a multiple of prelims before they break through, if they ever do break through. But certainly there is so much for the Sharkies to be taking out tonight. And while I say that, I'm going to go down to you, Robbo, because I think he's with Braden Trindle.
I am indeed. Braden, tough loss to take, mate, but a wonderful season overall for the lads.
Yeah, not the way you want to finish the season, but couldn't be more proud of the boys. Melbourne were just too good tonight.
Well, I mean, you take a lot of confidence out of those games against the Roosters and the Raiders. It feels like the Sharks have been building for quite a few years now to get to this point. You feel like that run continues in 26?
Yeah, well, we thought this year would be the year, but yeah, it's been a work in progress. We've had an addition in Big Adam there, and we thought it'd be the year, but unfortunately not. So we'll keep building and going next year.
Up to you, boys.
Tricky weight grade here, mate. Disappointed for you for the loss. I know you'd be hurting. What's the biggest takeaway that comes to mind when you think about this last 6-7 weeks that you and the boys have been able to put together?
Just the fight that we showed against, all the adversity, the grit in the team. It was like this when you were playing, mate, so it hasn't changed.
Tricky, it's Woodsy here, mate. I thought you were outstanding at the back end of the year. I thought the combination with yourself and Nico really, it just really grew. It's something that's exciting for the Sharks for the future. Did you find a really good balance this back end of the year?
Yeah, we definitely did. It's like the first full season we played together, so it's good to build that combination, and it'll be good for next year.
Righto, mate, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again in season 2026. There he is, Braden Trindle, and he has just been so good for the Sharkies and so consistent through the season.
Well done to him, to taking on the interview. It's always hard after a loss like that. A lot of emotion. You pour everything into it, and as he said, Melbourne, they were just a better team tonight, but good on Tricky for taking that interview. A lot of players, after a loss like that, they find it hard to front up and talk, but he got out there and expressed his feelings.
Hey, talk us through here, boys. What would happen now with Melbourne? Like, they got that long turn off, but what would immediately happen in the next couple of days?
Well, you just saw Harry Grant. He cut our interview off with Will Warbrick. He would have got the group in before they went and thanked the fans. He would have said, hey, we've got nothing to celebrate yet. This is one part of the job done. Keep your head down. Let's get over there. Thank our supporters. Get into the sheds. Hear what Bellamy has to say. And then they're straight into recovery, mate. Straight into recovery. There's no celebrating. There's no having a good time, because that's a sacrifice you're willing to make, because you're chasing the ultimate glory next Sunday. And after the pain of last year, this is where they wanted to be. They wanted to give themselves another opportunity to go back to the grand final and right some wrongs, and they'd be very, very, they'd be keeping it in check, the emotions and everything tonight. Okay,
yeah, they're just over there thanking their legions of supporters. It really are. It's just an amazing story, the Melbourne Storm, when you look at the probably 28, 29 years that they've been playing, and remembering, of course, they won the grand final in their second year in the competition, and they've just got such a great supporter base down here in Melbourne. One of the real success stories of the expansion of the NRL over the last 20, 25 years of the Melbourne Storm. Another big win tonight, another grand final. They have beaten Cronulla by 22 points to 14, and I believe Robbo has the man himself, Craig Bellamy.
Bells, are you smiling, mate?
Yeah, I am actually. So, it was a, I don't know, it was that sort of game where, we were always in front, but there was never a time I felt comfortable. Anyway, like I say, the Sharks have had a great final series, and unfortunately it ends for them today, but the good news is, we get to play next week.
Now, the Panthers or the Broncos await. It feels like the Storm this season, consistency hasn't necessarily been there all the time. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. And the thing that sort of concerned me the last couple of weeks is our lack of consistency in towards the end of the season, and even in our first final, to be quite honest. But I thought we were a lot better today in doing the things that we know work for us and doing them for a longer period of time. So again, we just need to make sure we work on that again during the week, and hopefully we can play like that again next week.
Jerome Hughes coming back through injury, of course. Will Warbrick, that was an amazing story that his return, he was crying in the post-match. Just talk to us about Will for a sec.
Yeah, he's a very emotional character, Will, and he's had ordinary year with his injuries and, the head knocks but he's just such a talented athlete, a talented player that, I thought he's one of our better players today, and it's great to see him, come back from what he's been through. And, like I say, it was really pleasing, for everyone at our club today, to see how he went.
Another grand final, mate. Good luck next week.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good on you, Robbo. That's a great get. Craig Bellamy on the sideline.
That's the best get of the year.
That's outstanding.
To have Craig Bellamy
Good on you, Robbo.
Triple M. That's he's on every game now, Robbo. He's just stamped his.
You know what I love about Robbo? You know what I love about him, Ben? He got Robbo, but he wouldn't even throw it to us.
Yes, Robbo. Good on you, mate. Well
One
done.
of your best, Robbo.
Full-time Melbourne 22, Sharks 14. We'll come back with the Triple MVP as Triple M rocks the finals.
Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
The Triple M NRL Play of the Day.
Munster straight through a dummy half. Now looks for support. Gets it away to Bloor. Bloor gets the pass on to Howarth. Howarth has got Xavier Coates. Coates has got a score in the corner. Coates scores in the corner. And Melbourne Storm are off to the grand final in 2025. 2 grand finals in a row. Just like that, that will be the ball game.
The verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.
Harvey Norman loves the footy finals. It's game on in store now. Score a bargain with up to 40% off selected floor stock and clearance lounges, dining and bedroom furniture. Buy a Tempur-Breeze mattress and receive bonus Manchester pack worth $699. Hot deals on TVs and technology. Save over $1,300 on 65-inch LG OLED AI TV. Save $600 on HP OmniBook Copilot Plus PC with OLED screen. Best brands, best range, best prices. Harvey Norman hot deals on now. Conditions apply.
The Aussie Outback is no place for amateurs or idiots. And I should know, I'm Russell Corbett. Here's some more city slickers in a flashy new Triton, thinking they could just drive into the Never Never willy-nilly. That's a no-no. Oh, right, you've already been. And now you're heading back, yeah, makes sense.
Mitsubishi's most capable ute ever. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
I'll follow you then. No? Okay.
I just wish you'd show me more care.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't offer you a tyre care plan with a 12-month road hazard warranty and free puncture repairs. You knew that when you married me.
Get the care you deserve at My Car Tyre and Auto. People first. T's and C's apply.
Righto, lads, I'll be back in a bit. Just got to do my tax.
But it's your round, mate.
Don't worry, I'll only be a sec.
With H&R Block, you can do your tax return online with an expert, anywhere, anytime, with a maximum refund guarantee.
Here you are, lads. I bought this with the $653 extra that H&R Block got me.
This tax time, maximise your refund online with an expert at hrblock.com.au. Maximum refund guarantee.
A welcoming click of the water heating. The familiar crunch of beans grinding down, the comforting chug-chug of water being pumped, and a hot hiss softly escaping. Then, finally, a quiet drip, drop, drip, drop. A delicious coffee being brewed, just one of the everyday sounds waiting to be rediscovered. Whatever sounds you've lost, our hearing experts could help you find them again. To book a hearing appointment, search Specsavers Audiology.
Get the saving you really want with $3K off Australia's favourite 4x4 Ford Ranger across XLT Sport and Wildtrak, but only until September 30 while stocks last. $3K off Ranger at participating Ford dealers right now. For full terms and eligibility, see our website.
Triple M and the Bottle-O wanted to hear your finals footy rituals.
I have to wear my favourite footy Guernsey and cap when watching the match.
For me, it's all about the snacks lineup. Remote in hand, then tap the couch 3 times for good luck.
Every year it's a barbecue at my house and everyone has to wear a jersey.
Call 1300 337 787 or visit the Triple M win page for your chance to score one of 5 $250 vouchers from the Bottle-O. Good value booze for good value fans. Righto, the Bottle-O. Over 18s only. Enjoy responsibly.
The
verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Thanks to the Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
And just a wonderful view from the commentary box tonight with the players still out there on the field and the winning side, Melbourne Storm, out there celebrating. Just a wonderful view. Something to take home with us and think about tonight, how good Melbourne Storm were. And, it was a real good win from them. They've beaten Cronulla by 22 points to 14. You could really see the crack, I thought, in Cronulla toward the end of the first half there. Who is doing
No.
Who's
Woodsie's going to do it. I'm too biased.
Who is doing the Triple M points?
I'll do it tonight.
Okay.
We're going to go.
If it doesn't feature Toy Commander and Munster, I'm walking out of this.
Well, I'm going to go Will Warbrick for 1 point. I thought he's outstanding. He really took on the high ball against Renato Mulatalo. 2 points to Stefano Tugamano. It was a big battle, like you said, waited between him and Munster. I thought Tugamano's start of the game, he really laid the platform for the Melbourne side, and he was outstanding. But the 3 points, mate, Cameron Munster, wow, what a player. Everything he did tonight was unbelievable.
He was a magician. That show and go in the first half. He pulls Hemian Ueli, Nico Hines, created an opportunity on the outside. Mate, he fooled me up here in the commentary box.
Yep. All right,
he's that good.
CPAP Direct. Get expert advice and unbeatable prices at CPAP Direct. Visit us in store or cpap.com.au. Full-time Melbourne 22, Cronulla 14. That might do us for today, and we will see you again tomorrow at noon with the Saturday Scrum. So on behalf of Dan Robinson, Wade Graham, Aaron Woods and Anthony Maroon, the highlights thanks to Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade as Triple M rocks the finals.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Full game highlights from Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Meany, he got it away to his winger, and Warbrick goes over in the corner. Ash Klein likes it. It was classy. Then it goes to Brayley, a dummy half. Hines, Kennedy, quick hands needed. Katoa for the corner. And Sione Katoa scores for the Sharkies. And he gets the offload away to Jerome Hughes. He's gone right through. Jerome Hughes has gone right through. He's going to score. Oh, what a try. Don't worry about the forearm. Jerome Hughes plants it down. He's gone right through Burns. Gets it to Ramium. Now it goes out to Katoa for the corner. Oh, he gets there. Wow. Katoa gets there. Xavier Coates couldn't stop him. And he reached out and scores his second try. Oh, what a game. But this has been a good set for Melbourne. It's Munster. Little kick over the top. Pappenhausen's there. Pappenhausen kicks it through. And I think he's got there first. And I think he scored Pappenhausen. He has. Munster straight through a dummy half. Now looks for support. Gets it away to Bloor. Bloor gets the pass on to Howard. Howard has got Xavier Coates. Coates is going to score in the corner. Coates scores in the corner. And Melbourne Storm are off to the grand final in 2025. 2 grand finals in a row. Just like that, that will be the ball game. Big Braden Hammond, Ueli. Out of 1, out of 2. Hot potato stuff back to Nico Hines. The siren sounds in the background. The ball comes out to Billy Burns. Burns gets it to Aero for the corner. He might get a try. He does. But it will all be just a little bit too little and too late. He does get a try. The Storm 22, Sharks 14.
Grab Triple M NRL daily all week on Listener and drive home with Triple M's Rush Hour.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's. Triple M rocks football.
The verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.